welcome to another Potlatch #1 Federal Credit Union broadcast of Lumberjack basketball. Join us as we bring you the action live from the court with Tim Parrish. We want to take a moment to thank all of our Lumberjack sports sponsors and hope you'll do the same. Without them, these broadcasts wouldn't be possible. Now for the countdown to tip-off with Tim Parrish, and go Lumberjack! And welcome, Lumberjack fans. Tim Parrish here at Lumberjack Gymnasium as we are getting ready for Lumberjack basketball. Lumberjack boys hosting the Lakeside Knights from Plummer, and looking forward to a heck of a ball game tonight. Currently the JV game in the third quarter, and it is Lumberjack JV leading 46-47-25 after that free throw made by Xavier Sloper. And it's actually 47, so I've missed a bucket somewhere. I'm going to give Sloper both free throws. I thought he missed one of them. But anyways, Lumberjacks lead, and it's been a pretty good game so far for St. Mary's. So we've got to get things going here. I've got to stop taking stats for JV. I was just playing with my stats program, doing a little bit of work with it, and taking at least the first 3 quarters worth of stats for the JV game, which has just a little bit over a minute 19 left to go. And this is a far different game from when the JV boys played up in Lakeside, as it was a ball game that Lakeside came back in and took the win late in the game. In a very close battle, but St. Mary's controlled this one from the beginning, and like I said, they lead 49-25. We're going to take a quick break, though. We'll come back with the Potlatch #1 Federal Credit Union countdown to tip-off.
T1FCU's Ascend Checking is a simple, free checking account that gives you the flexibility to earn dividends. Plus, get anytime account access with online and mobile banking, mobile deposit, and no minimum balance requirements. So level up your finances with an Ascend checking account. Learn more at t1fcu.org/ascend. T1FCU, your community, your credit union. Insured by NCUA.
Kenny and the crew at 10th Street Superstop invite you into the biggest convenience store in town. 10th Street Superstop is your one-stop shop for gas, propane, snacks, and ice-cold drinks. Stop in for breakfast or lunch. Breakfast burritos and pizza to paninis and fajita burritos. 10th Street Superstop has something for everyone. Whether you're headed to a Lumberjack game or out into the woods, 10th Street Superstop is the place to stop for anything you may need. 10th Street Superstop on North 10th Street in St. Mary's.
Do you have a hazardous tree on your property? Do you need some trees or brush removed in preparation for a home or shop? You need to call Andy's Arbor and Site Clearing. Andy's Arbor and Site Clearing specializes in the removal of dangerous trees, pruning, thinning, and chipping. Andy's Arbor and Site Clearing also has a bucket truck for those hard-to-reach areas. So if you're in need of some thinning, tree removal, and site preparation, call Andy's Arbor and Site Clearing. That's at 208-582-2134. That's 208-582-2134. Andy's Arbor and Site Clearing.
With stage 1 and 2 of the sports complex nearly complete, the Lumberjack Booster Club thanks Archie's IGA, Shift and Grind, and the St. Mary's community for their fundraising efforts and continued support in making this sports complex come to life. The next stage will be the sprinkler system. The Booster Club is looking for new members. If you have kids in high school or soon entering high school, now is the time to get involved with the Booster Club. For more information on how you can help with the sports complex or questions about becoming a member, contact Donnie Masterson at 208-582-1802 or by email at golumberjacks@gmail.com. And as always, go Lumberjacks!
Are you an enthusiastic sports fan? Want to have fun and get in on the action?
Heck, yes. That'd be awesome.
Have great attention to detail? Want to stay active?
Definitely.
Want to give back to the student athletes in your community?
Obviously, yes.
Then you'd make an excellent high school sports official. We need more officials in Idaho, because with no high school officials, there are no high school sports. Sign up today at highschoolofficials.com.
Archie's IGA is not only a proud supporter of Lumberjack sports, but a proud supporter of the St. Mary's community and shopping locally. When you shop local, you help businesses support other local businesses, as well as helping your local businesses to provide jobs. Did you know that local business taxes help maintain communities and counties by fixing roads and maintaining recreational facilities? Local business owners invest in the community and have a vested interest in the future of our community. So won't you help Archie's IGA by supporting your local businesses and shop locally? Oh yeah, and let's not forget those lumberjacks.
Tim Parrish back here at Lumberjack Gymnasium. Potlatch #1 Federal Credit Union countdown to tip-off here as the JV game getting ready to get into the fourth quarter. And the Lumberjack JV boys just about doubled up on the Lakeside Knights by a score of 50-27 at the moment. Taking a look at the league standings, or the standings within the 2A Central Idaho League. There's only been a couple of league games, actually just one league game so far in boys action in 2A Central Idaho League play. The Kellogg Wildcats are on top of the league standings. They have a 1-0 record in league play, 3-1 overall. They beat Priest River 55-40 in their last game, and they will be at Newport, Washington on the 19th. Orofino, they are 0-0 in league play, 4-0 overall, though. They beat Deary 45-38. They are at Kamei on the 19th. The St. Mary's Lumberjacks, they are 0-0 in league play, 2-1 overall. They lost to Lakeside last Friday, 69-61. They are hosting Lakeside tonight, and then they will host Priest River on the 3rd of January to get things started after the Christmas break. And they are 10th in the power rankings. Grangeville, the Bulldogs, are 0-0 in league play, and they are 0-4 overall. They lost to Moscow 59-26, and they will host McCall Donnelly on the 3rd of January. They are 25th in the Idaho Sports Power Rankings. And the Priest River Spartans are 0-1 in league play, 2-3 overall. They lost to Lakeland in their last game, 69-59. They are going to host Clark Fork for the Santa Shootout Tournament in Priest River on the 16th. They are 20th in the 2A Power Rankings. Taking a look at the 2A Power Rankings on idahosports.com, the top 5 is Wendell, Melba, Orofino, Nampa Christian, and Marcy. And they have a coaches poll out now for the boys, and they've got Melba #1, Bear Lake 2, Ryrie 3, Coal Valley 4, Kellogg #5. There is no new media polls or no updated media polls yet, and Max Prep's rankings have not started just yet for 2A boys basketball. We're going to take another break, come back with more of the Potlatch #1 Federal Credit Union countdown to tip-off here on 1240 KOFE St. Mary's. Janelle Martin Holmes, your Farm Bureau insurance agent in St. Mary's, is a proud Lumberjack supporter because they're her hometown team. When it comes to insurance, that's also one reason so many people in St. Mary's choose Farm Bureau Insurance. They have a complete line of insurance products, including auto, home, commercial, and life, plus they have great customer service and competitive rates. And they're also a local company with local agents right here in St. Mary's. So let's hear it for our hometown team. Contact Janelle Martin Holmes, your local Farm Bureau insurance agent in St. Mary's at 105 North 8th Street, St. Mary's.
Tax time is here again. I know. It's not your favorite. But at H&R Block, tax time is our favorite time of year. It's when our tax pros get to do what they love the most, help people. By getting to know you, they can make sure your return gets done right. It's not just about numbers, boxes, and forms. It's about personal care. So you get every credit and deduction you deserve. And with an average of 10 years experience, our tax pros get your taxes done right. Just one of the many ways Block has your back.
Any adventure, any task, any time, there's a Yamaha utility ATV for any ride and any rider. See the full lineup at St. Mary's on Cycle. Adventure seekers can start with the trail-tested capability and comfort of the Yamaha Grizzly lineup. For the ultimate in mid-size ATV performance, check out the Yamaha Kodiak 450. And for those who mix work and pleasure, the Yamaha Kodiak 700 line devours chores and leaves room for adventure. Find your utility ATV at St. Mary's, Don Cycle, or YamahaMotorsports.com.
You always hear on the radio, cross the bridge to savings, but it's true. St. Mary's Harvest Foods has what you need when you need it. And if you don't see it, then just ask one of the friendly staff and they will gladly help you find what you need. From meat, super fresh produce, and dairy, St. Mary's Harvest Foods will save you big on the things you need the most. No time to cook tonight? Then check out the hot deli for something quick for dinner. St. Mary's Harvest Foods, where you truly can cross the bridge to savings.
Hughes Ace Hardware wants to invite you to come in and take a look. Hughes isn't just about hardware. Whether you need dish soap and sponges to clean up after your husband's guys' night or storage solutions for your wife's shopping addiction, you can find it at Hughes. Come see the difference. Everything you need, from a blow dryer to replace the one your toddler drops in the toilet to a bathroom scale to help your hubby stay on his fitness goal. Hughes Ace Hardware is the place to get the products you need and the help you want all the time, every time. Jack Fuel Trucking knows that there are few things as important as wise use of our natural resources. And by utilizing the chips in the manufacturing of lumber, that is exactly what is accomplished. If you look beyond the wood chips, you see an entire community of schools, churches, and businesses, and most importantly, people. Jack Fuel Trucking believes the responsible harvesting of our natural resources. After all, if you take a close look, those aren't just chips. They're an entire community. Jack Fuel Trucking. Tim Parrish back here at Lumberjack Gymnasium, joined by Clark Grogan as we get set for Lumberjack basketball, as the varsity boys going to be hosting Lakeside here in about, well, we got 4.5 minutes, probably about 24, 25 minutes, depending on how much warm-up time they give after the JV game is over. Lumberjack JV boys firmly in control of this game tonight, 57-31, as there was a lot different game up in Lakeside for the JV boys. They I think they led that game all the way through, but they didn't play quite as clean in the second half.
They let it go, yes, indeed.
Let's just see if the Lumberjack varsity team can maybe replicate the JV's success.
Well,
here.
they've had a week for prep, I'm telling you. I'm looking forward to the adjustments that will be made.
Definitely. So, where was I on this pregame? Speaking of that stuff, first off, kind of recap the early part of the season for St. Mary's. They are 2-1 on the early season, Clark. They had that tough battle with Lakeside last Friday. Now tonight they look for redemption as they host the Knights once again. It's almost like football, Clark. It's been a whole week. Overall, though, the Jacks' early season numbers have been pretty good, statistically speaking. The only spots that are kind of hurting them, especially in that game against Lakeside, is turnover. Well, no, turnovers didn't hurt them in that game. Free throw shooting definitely did. But they do have average of 16 turnovers a game right now through 3 games of play. Coach Chase definitely does not want to see 16 turnovers a game as an average.
That, and I think they needed to box out a little better in the second half. A lot of offensive rebounds, if I remember, in that second half for Lakeside.
Also, the shooting percentage for St. Mary's, let me see here. They're shooting just 54% from the free throw line as an average, not just in that one game. The game against Lakeside was a little bit worse. We'll recap that one in a little bit. But 54%, definitely not what you want to see from the free throw line either if you're Coach Chase. Aside from that, though, they are shooting on the positive side of things. They're shooting 44% from the field, averaging, well, that didn't type out. Sometimes my buttons don't work on my computer when I'm typing these things out. Averaging 40 rebounds per game. And offensively, they distribute the ball pretty well, Clark, as they're averaging 15 assists per game as well. So some pretty high numbers.
There's nothing wrong with
for rebounding and assists.
Yeah.
Shooting percentage is probably about average at 44%.
There's nothing to complain about. You won a little bit, just a couple percentage points higher, but there's nothing wrong with that.
Nope.
If I remember also, Tim, wasn't there 3-point shooting a little poor that night?
That night, I don't. We'll get it. I think I.
Am I jumping ahead of your
You're
script?
Jumping ahead a little bit of the schedule, and I don't know if I put down where our 3-point shooting was in that.
That's
game,
what I get for being late.
But I do believe we were a little bit soft on that. JV game, 3:22 to go in the fourth, 57-34 Lumberjacks lead. And this is the Potlatch #1 Federal Credit Union countdown to tip off. We'll return with more after a word from our sponsors.
At Good Neighbor Pharmacy, we're committed to being your good neighbor.
Good Neighbor Pharmacy is an independent network of over 3,000 pharmacies throughout the United States, giving us the buying power to compete with the chain stores.
We'll fill your prescription quickly and safely, and you're supporting a locally owned pharmacy.
Your copays are the same wherever you go. Why not come and visit your locally owned pharmacy professionals?
Jack's Pharmacy is your Good Neighbor Pharmacy here in St. Mary's. Come in and say hi. Jack's Pharmacy.
High school sports don't just happen. There's a ton of work that goes into every single athletic event.
And we have our school's athletic director to thank for a lot of it. Thank you.
For scheduling officials, so I can always play the game I love.
For ordering quality athletic equipment, so I can stay safe on the field.
For mentoring my coaches, so they can be the best role models for me.
For coordinating transportation, so I can get focused for the big game.
For helping us develop character and learn lessons that will benefit us for the rest of our lives.
Thank you to our ADs for always creating a positive experience for us. We'll never forget it.
From all of us at the NIAAA, thank you to every athletic administrator in Idaho for all you do to enrich the lives of your students. It does not go unnoticed. This message presented by the NIAAA, the National Interscholastic Athletic Administrators Association.
Have you ever noticed that some companies are around for decades and you really don't notice them until you actually see them? Kenneth Bechtel Trucking is one of these. Kenneth Bechtel Trucking has been a fixture in St. Mary's for decades and still is a community-involved business. Take the time to thank these entrepreneurs that quietly make it on their own and make our community all the better for it. Kenneth Bechtel Trucking. Give them a call today at 245-7209. Kenneth Bechtel Trucking, a community staple and lumberjack supporter. Good luck, Jacks.
Afraid to touch that breaker box? Need some rewiring done? Call the professionals at M&S Electric. With nearly 40 years experience, there's no job too big or too small. From industrial and commercial to residential and service work, M&S Electric isn't afraid. Serving Benawasha, Shoshone, Kootenai, and Latah counties, M&S Electric has you covered. Overhead work? M&S can do that too with their bucket truck. M&S Electric, 408 Main Avenue, St. Mary's. Give them a call, 208-245-3890. No job too big, no job too small. We do them all. M&S Electric.
For all your plumbing needs, call Nick's Plumbing and Heating. With Nick's professional staff, you can be assured of guaranteed quality products, installation, service, and repair of all of your plumbing. So if you have plumbing needs or problems, call the good folks at Nick's Plumbing and Heating. Call 245-5460. That's 245-5460. Nick's Plumbing and Heating. Installation, service, and repair when you need it. Nick's Plumbing and Heating, St. Mary's.
Tim Parrish, Clark Grogan here at Lumberjack Gymnasium and the Potlatch #1 Federal Credit Union countdown to tip off. JV game currently Lumberjacks 59, Lakeside 35 with just a minute to go. And Lakeside just scored a 3, so make it 38. But Lakeside not giving up. They're battling to the end there, Clark, and that's the sign of a good program there. No matter what the score is and the time on the clock, they're still giving everything they have.
Yeah, you want that for any game that you play. You don't want to just mail it in, say, I'm done now, Coach. We're done tonight anyway. So it's good that they're here. They're doing their best.
Well, you know, and I hate to always say that, but it felt like there was a couple of players on the varsity girls team last night that was it last? No, this was when they played in Lakeside because the girls won last night. They had played a good game last night against Instant Prep. Still had too many turnovers, but they played a good game. But they got pretty far behind, and it seemed like a couple of girls late in the game weren't quite going as hard as you would hope they would be. But I digress from that. Don't want to get any
no.
bad,
no
bad
parents on you, Tim.
Yeah.
Just parents. I didn't say a word, not one.
Well, sometimes you get in trouble for saying what you see. I mean,
well, I get in trouble for speaking the truth every so often.
But anyways, moving on to this next segment, St. Mary's, Clark, they did almost everything right at Lakeside.
Except win.
Except one win the game.
And make a few extra baskets, that would have made the difference.
Yeah, they kept the turnovers below 12, just like Coach Chase thought they needed to do. They shot 51% from the field. They had 15 assists, but they still came up short. Part of that reason, and Lakeside didn't shoot a whole lot better from the free throw line. I think they were around 50%, but St. Mary's shot 41% from the free throw line against Lakeside. If you shoot 51%, the score is closer than it is at the end. So maybe you have a little bit less needs to foul and stuff.
And
like
that's
they did.
part of it. And let me just say, I thought Lakeside made some great halftime adjustments.
Oh, yeah.
To pull out a little bit enough. Like I said last week, they got a lot more points in the paint last week in that second half than they did in the first. And I thought that kind of had some bearing on what happened.
Yeah. Well, to start off with, the third period did not start very well for St. Mary's. I went back and looked at the play-by-play notes on the stats, and Lakeside went out to a 10-0 run to start the third quarter. So that helped them big time when it was already tied at halftime. It was 11. It wasn't tied, but it was like a 2-point game at halftime. So Lakeside came out, went on a 10-0 run. It gave them a lead, gave them some breathing room, and then St. Mary's felt like they had to play catch-up on a team that, you don't want to let them get too far ahead.
No.
And St. Mary's the same way. You don't want to let St. Mary's get too far ahead either. And I said that at halftime was that whichever team comes out and kind of establishes a little bit of a run here is going to be the one possibly that comes out with the win if the other team has to kind of force some stuff and try to get caught up to them. And that's kind of what happened. And like you said, the adjustments don't want to take nothing away from Lakeside. Not saying that it's all St. Mary's fault that they lost that game, but because Lakeside plays a solid second half.
Those two teams last Friday night were so evenly matched. I'm thinking you play 10 games apiece. 10 games. You may have a split, 5-5. I don't know that for sure. I'm looking forward to seeing what Coach Chase has in mind tonight in the adjustment department.
Yeah. Well, St. Mary's also had 7 players scoring in that game. Only 2 in double digits, though. Grayson Sands finished with 20. Dylan Holder had 10. Tristan Hill had 9. And Holmes and Badgett had 8. So you almost had 4 players in double digits. And alluding back to what you said, that St. Mary's has had a whole week to prepare and game plan for this game. Well, I was hoping the Lakeside might have had a game in the middle that they would have to prepare for another team. They didn't either. They had a whole week to prepare for this game as well.
That's what's going to make this so much fun tonight. Knowing that these two teams have seen each other and they haven't seen anybody else since the last time they played, I just think this could be a real fun game tonight.
There's been nothing to take each other's minds off of the last matchup. All right, JV game over. The JV boys win it 59-42. Both of the varsity squads out warming up now. And we're going to take a break. Hear a word from our sponsors. Back with more of the Potlatch #1 Federal Credit Union Countdown to Tip-Off. When you need that morning pick-me-up before work or school, there's one place that comes to mind. It's a place that loves our community, the St. Mary's Lumberjacks, and all the local businesses and people in our village. Shift and Grind in St. Mary's is all about the community. Whether it's helping raise money for the Booster Club or for a family in need, the Shift and Grind family are always ready to help. So be sure to stop by Shift and Grind for your caffeinated needs. Located at 132 First Street in St. Mary's, Shift and Grind says, go Lumberjack!
Looking for future leaders we can believe in? Look no further than the high school student athletes right here in Idaho. High school sports teach young people how to be effective leaders. It includes learning to listen, accepting responsibility, being a good role model, and it's about respect. The result, it transcends sports. It gives us hope for the future. This message presented by the Idaho High School Activities Association and the Idaho Athletic Administrators Association.
It's time to winterize your home, and there's no better place to start than in everyone's hardware and lumber store, 10th Street Lumber. They have insulation, house wraps, stoves, and heaters. See their huge selection of power tools, paints, and painting supplies. And, of course, they have a full line of lumber supplies. Stop by 10th Street Lumber and see what they can do for you. And remember, 10th Street Lumber will deliver anywhere on 10th Street and Railroad Avenue, 10th Street Lumber.
Wondering how to manage your retirement nest egg? How big should it be when you retire? Contact Jenny Oaks at Gateway Financial Partners to get the answers to these and all your other financial questions. The securities and advisory services offered through LPL Financial, a registered investment advisor. Member FINRA SIPC. With over 30 years of financial planning, give Jenny Oaks a call at Gateway Financial Partners today. The guidance is free. The experience is priceless. Call 245-5255. Triple X Feeds in St. Mary's is your one-stop farm and garden shop. Everything from pet supplies to livestock feeds and supplies, Triple X Feeds has it. Horse supplies, they have that also. From saddle pads to bridles, Triple X Feeds can set you up. Triple X Feeds now has hay and alfalfa in stock as well as straw. Triple X Feeds, located at 130 East College Avenue in St. Mary's, open 8 to 5:30 weekdays and 9 to 5 on Saturdays. Triple X Feeds, a proud Lumberjack sports broadcast sponsor.
St. Mary's Realty is a St. Mary's icon. Why? Because they are a team. They work for you. And they've been a team for many years. Whether you are buying your first home, looking for a recreational cabin, or selling your current home, St. Mary's Realty puts their team on it for you. So stop in or give them a call today at 245-4502 and let their team be your team. That's St. Mary's Realty at 726 Main Avenue, St. Mary's.
Financial investments are very important, but so are the investments of time, patience, and encouragement our young athletes receive from their coaches, teachers, and mentors. Heidi Kruger, your St. Mary's Edward Jones financial advisor, understands this. That's why Heidi Kruger is a proud sponsor of the Lumberjacks on KOFE. For all your investment needs, call 208-755-5294. Or visit edwardjones.com. Edward Jones, member SIPC. Tim Parrish, Clark Grogan, back here at Lumberjack Gymnasium as we get set for the Battle of 3B, or Benoit County, between Lakeside and St. Mary's. 14 minutes of warm-ups left on this last game before Christmas break for, well, it is for St. Mary's. I'm not sure about the Knights, if they've got anything else this weekend or not, but
so basketball doesn't have any games next week now.
Not that I've seen. Their next games are all in January.
I see. Well, we do have a wrestling meet coming up here next week. Is that on your
Yes,
schedule?
I do. I have those on my schedule. There's actually two wrestling over the break here, home wrestling action.
And the boys are at Grangeville this weekend.
Yeah.
How do I know that, Tim? Because I've got kids at my school that know, because they got a brother that plays.
All right, well, here's some individual stats, or not some individual, just some overall stats for the Lumberjacks. Clark right now averaging 67 points per game, 3 games into the season, so it's not a very large accumulation.
You don't have a large body of work there to go by yet.
60 points per game allowed. That went up quite a bit for that last game because they were only allowing like 48 after the last
when you only played 3 games, that average will change.
Team averages, St. Mary's shooting 44% from the field as a team, 29% from three-point range, 54% from the free throw line. Averaging 40 rebounds, 50 assists, 15 assists, 16 turnovers, and 9 steals per game is the Lumberjacks. Their opponents are averaging 43% shooting from the field. That percentage, again, helped out a lot by Lakeside's shooting last week. 24% three-point shooting for the opponents, 52% free throw shooting. So no team really doing very well with the charity stripe so far this early in the season that we've played. 28 rebounds per game for opponents, 6 assists, 11 turnovers, and 7 steals. That 11 turnovers right there, that's where Coach Chase, he wants to see his turnovers at 11 or less per game. Individual leaders, now we've got that part. In the points category, Grayson Sands averaging 19 points per game. Tyler Renner averaging 10 points per game, as is Jared Badgett. Tristan Hill averaging 9 points per game. Dylan Holder averaging 9 points per game. And all of those guys are seniors. Then we've got a junior in the middle there. You've got Wyatt Holmes averaging 6 points per game. And then Trace Wicks, another senior, averaging 5 points per game. That's pretty good.
Yeah. And being that it's a senior-led team, it makes for a lot of the trust factor between the guys. They know each other.
Yeah. In the assist categories, it's Grayson Sands. He averages 5 per game. Badgett averages 3, and Renner averages 2. On the rebounds, we've got Tristan Hill averaging 9, Sands averaging 8, Holmes averaging 7, Renner and Holder each averaging 4. And on the steal side of things, it's Sands averaging 2. Well, actually, Sands, Badgett, Holder, Renner, and Wicks, they all average two steals per game.
Well, I'm looking forward to seeing what we're going to see, what's going to happen tonight. You know, when you get familiar with somebody, it makes it interesting as well. You know, and I was watching at the end of the game, I was watching Grayson and Vander. They were kind of giving each other a little bit of a ribbing, but in a friendly way. I like seeing sportsmanship, and these kids to each other have shown that, because sometimes you don't get that when you have such a close proximity that these two schools have.
Yeah, sometimes there's more of a, I guess for lack of a better word, more of a toxic sometimes.
Well, that and the fact is, and it's not to brag, but St. Mary's is the bigger town. St. Mary's is the bigger school. St. Mary's gets the coverage by Coffee Radio. You know, these are just some of those little things that if you were on the other end of the county, you're thinking, why can't we? Why can't we? You know, and especially when they're playing as well as they are. And I want to shout out to Lakeside. I just really want to see them have a great season this year.
You know, I would love to cover more of even Lakeside's games separately. The issue comes down to that is finding the support out of Plummer. And I'm not saying that we couldn't get the support out of Plummer.
No, you probably could.
If I had time to search it out and try to figure out how we would work it, kind of like a home game type of thing, or I don't know how much traveling we'll be able to do for Lakeside, but it was fun covering their state tournament those 2 years in a row.
That'll happen again this year if they do well.
There's a possibility. I've been thinking of that possibility.
Yeah.
makes a busy state tournament time down south.
Well, that's when you need me to travel, so I'll clear my calendar just for that.
All right, just under 10 minutes until the opening ceremonies and game time tip-off. We'll take another break, come back with more.
Riverbend Car Wash and Laundromat, located next to Harvest Foods in St. Mary's. Open 24 hours, we have washers and dryers of all sizes to get your laundry done quickly. If you'd like to get your laundry done in less than 5 minutes, take advantage of our drop-off laundry service where we wash, dry, and fold it for you. While you do your laundry, be sure to take advantage of our touchless automatic car wash, which has that great undercarriage spray to get the grime off. Riverbend Car Wash and Laundromat can be found at riverbendbubbles.com or call 208-582-4844.
When your car's not running right, you want an honest mechanic that provides quality work at an affordable price. That can be tough, unless your dad owns a repair shop. But in St. Mary's, times have changed. You have Jim's Auto, and they treat every customer like family. Get everything from regular maintenance to major repairs done at Jim's Auto and Tire Pros. Jim's Auto doesn't just offer oil changes. They're a full-service shop. Jim's Auto can diagnose that check engine light, change your brakes, and fix your alignment. Ask about Jim's Auto's new Express Lane with same-day or next-day oil and tire services. And don't forget, Jim's Auto is an authorized Tire Pros dealer with nationwide warranty, service protection plan, and free roadside assistance. Jim's Auto and Tire Pros located at 69 Milwaukee Road, St. Mary's.
The holiday season is coming quick. Start your holiday shopping today at Timber Country and the Country Fair in St. Mary's. Timber Country is loaded with deals on hunting clothes, workwear, and much more, including brands like Carhartt. Over at the Country Fair, they have great deals on fall fashion, clothes for all ages, and lots of toys priced for the holiday season. That's Timber Country and the Country Fair located on Main Street in St. Mary's, your one-stop shop for holiday cheer. And remember, support your local businesses.
Tim Parrish, Clark Grogan back here at Lumberjack Gymnasium. 7.5 minutes until opening ceremonies. And, well, the Lakeside Knights, Clark, this seems familiar. I think we just played these guys. 1A D1 Scenic Idaho Conference for Lakeside. Their head coach is James Two-Teeth in his 6th season with Lakeside. State titles in 1997 and in 2020. They are 3-0 on the season. Of course, their last game was a 69-61 win over the Lumberjacks. They are averaging 69 points per game. They are allowing 47 points per game. We talked about their returning senior, Vander Brown, who is just an outstanding basketball player. He's averaging 26 points per game this season, and he shoots 66% from the field. He doesn't miss often, unless he's off the court and he's not shooting.
Well, just don't give him the ball.
Exactly. They've got a couple of other guys, though. Quincy Hall, he's a junior. He's averaging 11 points per game. Leon Hendricks, he's a junior. He's averaging 15 a game. And they both shoot 56% and 60% as well from the floor. And this freshman, Tyson Charlie, overall in their 3 games they've played, he's only averaged 2 points per game, but he had like 15 points against St. Mary's.
He made his presence known last Friday. I was very impressed with him. He came out in that second half, and he was really instrumental in that 10-0 run.
Yeah, he had 15 points against St. Mary's. Vander had 25 last week. Liam Hendricks had 13. And it was just, it was a good performance by the freshman, especially when I got the rest of the stats and seen that he'd only averaged 2 points per game the rest of the, of overall.
And maybe they just didn't know what they had until what they saw that Friday night. Who knows?
So Lakeside obviously going to be looking to duplicate those numbers here tonight against St. Mary's to give themselves a chance to win. And instead of taking another break, we're going to just jump right into the next part here. Clark, you've already said it. It's going to be an interesting matchup tonight. Both teams have not had a game since last Friday, so both teams have been able to do nothing but focus on game planning for this game tonight. It's going to make it probably even more of an interesting game than the previous one.
Well, when you told me that the game was Friday instead of last night, that just made it more exciting for me because I really wanted to be here to see this game tonight between these two.
I think what St. Mary's, and it could be said either way, St. Mary's has a lot of scorers as well. It looks like Lakeside has at least 3, and the more scorers you have, the harder it is to shut down a team defensively. Usually if a team has 1 or 2 good players, if you take one of them out of the equation, you can almost shut a team down, but St. Mary's is going to need to try to limit Vander's points, I think.
Well, that's easier said than done, as you well know. And again, this kid is just a phenomenal player. Seems like a nice young man as well. He just really amps up when the game is going on.
That he does. I'm expecting tonight, it's probably going to be a physical, high-energy game, and it's going to be an exciting one to finish off before Christmas break. And it'll be a good Christmas present for the Lumberjacks if they can get to 3-1 with a win tonight over a tough Lakeside Knights team. I know that we're both 3B teams, and it's hard for me sometimes to, when these two teams play each other, like I said, we have limited play calling and stuff of Lakeside's games, but I'm a fan of Lakeside.
Well, Tim, you've always had a vested interest in them. You're always telling me a lot about what they're doing throughout the season, and that's a good thing. But you live right here.
Yeah.
And that 19 miles between here and Plummer is a significant 19 miles because of our road that we take to get over there. And that's not anything about Plummer or St. Mary's. It's just what we live in.
Taking a look at the upcoming schedule, Clark was mentioning some of it a minute ago. Of course, we've got Lakeside here tonight. And then the wrestling teams, the varsity wrestling team will be at Grangeville on Saturday. The JV, whatever JV guys there are for the wrestling team, will be at the Lakeland JV tournament tomorrow. And then more wrestling on the 21st, but that's here at home. It's the CIL wrestling duels here at Lumberjack Gymnasium on the 21st. And then on the 30th, it's the Chad E. Ross tournament.
Oh, that tournament
here
is
in St.
so
Mary's.
Great. It brings in some of the 5A schools for some of this. That's a great tournament. If you have time, you need to come out and watch that.
And then after the Christmas break, we've got the JV and varsity boys hosting Priest River on the 3rd here at Lumberjack Gymnasium. On the 4th, the Lumberjack girls will host Potlatch, and we'll cover that game. And then on the 6th, this is going to get tricky for me, Clark.
Uh-oh.
On the 6th, the varsity and JV girls will be at Orofino, and the varsity and JV boys will be at Bonners Ferry.
Now, they're playing Orofino in Bonners?
No. The girls are playing Orofino and Orofino.
Okay. And then
the boys are playing Bonners and Bonners.
Okay, so ask yourself, where's the less amount of snow? And that's where you probably want to go.
Well, Bonners Ferry is further north.
That's what I'm saying, Tim.
Ideally, it might be the best to get a feed from one of the two. That's a league game for St. Mary's for the girls, so it makes it.
I think that's almost a no-brainer to go to Orofino since it is the girls. It's a league game.
I haven't been to Orofino in a while to call a game either.
You know where it is?
Somewhat.
Okay.
I've got GPS.
Well, I saw where there was no road between here and Plummer last week with you.
Yeah, it's true. The GPS did do that. Okay. I got to turn this up. I want to welcome in everybody watching on the NFHS network cameras. I forgot to turn that up earlier. I noticed it, was going to do it, forgot to, and here we are a minute before tip-off, which that's fine as long as we didn't get after tip-off and notice
Right,
it.
and as long as those cameras don't point at us, we're just fine.
we have for radio.
That's what I was going to say, the face for radio.
Real quick, I do want to get this one out there. As everybody knows by now, Coach Teff going through some health issues, and he was diagnosed with cancer in November. He's undergoing chemotherapy, and the Teff family, they're going to be having a spaghetti feed-in auction for the Teff family. This will be on January the 7th at the Eagles Lodge here in St. Mary's. Dinner will be at 5 p.m. and the auction will be at 7 p.m.
You know, those things make some great money for some of the other families that we have supported in the past. So you guys really get out there and help them out with that. I'll go and I'll be there.
Yeah. If you need any information, contact Jenny Rose at 582-4118. Monetary contributions can be made in Craig and Jenny Teff's name at Potlatch #1 Federal Credit Union. They're our pregame sponsor, and they're also a sponsor of our sports broadcast in general. We're going to take a quick break for the national anthem.
P1FCU's Ascend Checking is a simple free checking account that gives you the flexibility to earn dividends. Plus, get anytime account access with online and mobile banking, mobile deposit, and no minimum balance requirements. So level up your finances with an Ascend checking account. Learn more at p1fcu.org/ascend. P1FCU, your community, your credit union. Insured by NCUA.
Kenny and the crew at 10th Street Superstop invite you into the biggest convenience store in town. 10th Street Superstop is your one-stop shop for gas, propane, snacks, and ice-cold drinks. Stop in for breakfast or lunch, breakfast burritos and pizza to paninis and fajita burritos. 10th Street Superstop has something for everyone. Whether you're headed to a lumberjack game or out into the woods, 10th Street Superstop is the place to stop for anything you may need. 10th Street Superstop on North 10th Street in St. Mary.
Do you have a hazardous tree on your property? You need some trees or brush removed in preparation for a home or shop? You need to call Andy's Arbor and Site Clearing. Andy's Arbor and Site Clearing specializes in the removal of dangerous trees, pruning, thinning, and chipping. Andy's Arbor and Site Clearing also has a bucket truck for those hard-to-reach areas. So if you're in need of some thinning, tree removal, and site preparation, call Andy's Arbor and Site Clearing. That's at 208-582-2134. That's 208-582-2134. Andy's Arbor and Site Clearing.
With stage 1 and 2 of the sports complex nearly complete, the Lumberjack Booster Club thanks Archie's IGA, Shift and Grind, and the St. Mary's community for their fundraising efforts and continued support in making this sports complex come to life. The next stage will be the sprinkler system. The Booster Club is looking for new members. If you have kids in high school or soon entering high school, now is the time to get involved with the Booster Club. For more information on how you can help with the sports complex or questions about becoming a member, contact Donnie Masterson at 208-582-1802 or by email at golumberjacks@gmail.com. And as always, go Lumberjacks!
And we are back, and now we're getting you the starting lineup for both teams, and we'll get you the starters for the night first. It is the number 1 of senior Vander Brown, junior number 22 Quincy Hall, junior number 23 Liam Hendricks, junior number 3 Brutus Sijon, and who was that last one? I'm not sure who the last one was. I didn't catch him. Now for your Lumberjacks. The number 35 of Tyson Charlie.
Yeah, that was the last one.
Now the starting lineup for your St. Mary's Lumberjacks. We have the number 1 of 6-foot senior guard, Grayson Sands. The number 2, 5'9" senior guard, Jared Badgett. The number 5 senior guard, Dylan Holder. The 6'6" senior post, Tyler Renner, number 22. And the senior, listed as 6'6" senior post, 55 of Tristan Hill. So Chase going with an all-senior lineup to start things here, Clark.
It's not senior night, is it?
No.
It's too early in the season, right?
And that's the lineup. That's what we've got. It'll be Tyler Renner at midcourt in the white. Lumberjacks in their white uniforms. And the Knights in black with white numbers. And it'll be the 35 of Tyson Charlie. He'll be going up against Tyler Renner in the midcourt circle. They all search and make sure that everybody is good to go. The ref making sure everybody's where they're supposed to be. I guess they got to be behind that one line back there on the volleyball line. St. Mary's will control the opening tip. I wish there was a stat in here for opening tip wins.
Is that so important?
I don't know. I've heard it mentioned.
You want a stat for everything.
I've heard it mentioned in college games and stuff.
Well, you know, if it's that important, we could count all the pink shoes that people wear.
That's true. Down inside to Tyler Renner from Badgett, and the Lumberjacks will score first as they work it down into the post. Driving the other way, the Lumberjacks are going to get called for a foul. The 35 of Tyson Charlie drives the lane, and it's going to be a foul against the 55 of...
Charlie saw an opening and went right to it.
Tristan Hill. It'll send Charlie to the free throw line. He is it doesn't show his free throw percentage. I guess he didn't shoot very many free throws in the early part of the season, but he did make the first one. So, yeah, there's a chance to tie it up here. Shot is up and good. And just like that, we have our first tie. 2-2.
What a surprise.
Deja vu. Badgett with the ball up top, controls it for the Lumberjacks. Works it to the right side, picks up his dribble just inside the wing, finds Renner. Renner's going to be fouled as he goes up from underneath. Had a couple of Knights there on him, and it's going to be Charlie drawing his first foul. First team foul for the Knights, and that'll send Renner to the charity stripe. Renner just 55% from the free throw line. Makes the first one. St. Mary's back up front, 3-2. Coach Chase quickly calls Badgett and Sands over, give them quick instructions. Shot up, that one is good as well. Lumberjacks lead 4-2. Lakeside coming back the other way. It's Brutus to John. He gets over to Brown. Brown works left side, short corner. Backs it back to the top to John. Now to the wing, left side. Back to Brown. Still working on the left side. Tries to kid across the opposite side. Finds the number 22 of Quincy Hall. And Quincy Hall puts it up and good. And once again, we're tied. And the assist goes to Brown. 4 apiece. Badgett takes it all the way down to the free throw line. Gonna almost lose the ball. Gets it out to Holder. Holder thought about a three. Decides not to. Sands cuts across the middle. Can't get it to him. Gets it back to Badgett on the right side. Badgett to Sands. Sands guarded by Brown. What do you think? Is that a man defense? No, it looked like a zone. But it looked like maybe they've got Vander Brown on Sands.
And that's a Renner steal. Ask me.
Well, then I'll give it to Renner. 3-point shot on the way by Holder. Shot is no good. Fight for the loose ball. It's going to go out of bounds. I almost thought there might be a whistle for a foul on Hill, but no whistle for that. Ball goes out of bounds last touch.
Kind of incidental on that one, so there's no big deal.
Ball goes out of bounds last touch by the Knights. Into Renner. Kind of sloppy there on that exchange, and then the Knights sloppy the other way, and they turn it right back over as they try to get the pass ahead to Liam Hendricks on a fast break. He can't quite handle that pass coming in. So both teams throwing the ball away a couple times here. Grayson slowly brings the ball up, and it kind of looks like they've got Vander Brown and him matched up man-to-man defense and everybody else in the zone. Out to the corner to Holder. Holder for three. That one is good.
Nice pass by Sam.
7-4, Lumberjacks lead. Biggest lead of the game is 3 points. Lakeside almost has the ball go out of bounds, able to save it back in, and they keep control. Up the top to Charlie. Charlie kicks it out to the 23 of Hendricks. Hendricks working up top now. Now to the corner to Charlie, left side. He's going to rotate up, gets to Brown. Brown drives, has the ball stripped away, and a foul going to be called.
That's a charge.
Who was that was down there?
That was Hill down there taking that charge.
St. Mary's making a substitution, going to get Hill out.
And that was on Brown, his first.
Tristan Hill comes out. Going in for him is Holmes. Brown had, 3 fouls?
In the first half.
And then I think he didn't end up with another foul the rest of the game.
Second half. None.
7-4, Lumberjacks lead. St. Mary's with the ball. Badgett goes over to Holder. Still working between the circles. Holder back to Badgett. Badgett left side. He's going to pick up his dribble. Goes back over to Badgett, or to Holder. Holder swings over to Sands. Sands right side, back to top. Now down to the left corner. Shot on the way from Holder. It's off the mark.
Yeah, that was a foul there on
Holmes.
He kind of pushed off to get that rebound.
Going to get Badgett for a breather. Trace Wicks checks in. almost 5 minutes left. 7-4 Jacks lead. Brown, little Euro step down inside there. Doesn't got a way to go up for the shot. He's covered. Gets it to Hendricks. Back out to Brown. Still working left side. Penetrates in. Pass is almost out of bounds. And Knight.
Renner made sure it stayed out of bounds, though.
Quincy saved it in, and Renner tried to go out and grab it, and he knocks it out of bounds. So it stays with the Knights. Up the top to Brown. Now to the corner, or left side. Charlie. Back up now to the 22 of Hall. Back to Charlie, working on the left side. Elbow, driving inside. Shot blocked by Renner. And a foul on the night.
That was on 22.
Quincy Hall.
And that's his first.
13 foul.
Yep.
St. Mary's will inbound from baseline. Knights not pressed. Nobody's really pressing so far this game.
Well, both teams know that they can break it most of the time.
That was close to an over.
Desperation. Well, I think you have the wrong line, but I don't know.
Well, I think he still had 1 foot on each side.
You have to establish all 3 over before it becomes an over and back violation.
3-pointer on the way again. No good. Rebound to Renner. They're letting Holder try to get the threes. That was
Wicks from Renner. From home. Sands.
Wicks made the 3?
Yep, and Sands with the assist.
St. Mary stretches it to a 6-point lead. 10-4. Knights turn it over. The ball gets loose from them. Sands picks it up. They find Renner in the paint. Renner puts it up and good.
That's a great pass by Wicks.
I thought it was Sands.
It was. You're right.
On the opposite side, Vander Brown makes a nice move into the lane, and he's going to put it up and good. He gets fouled. Both teams have 3 fouls. That is the first foul on Renner. Renner's going to get a breather. Hill checks back in. Was that Vander's first bucket?
That was his first bucket, yes.
Free throw line for Brown. Shot up off the back of the iron. It is no good. Holmes skying in there for the rebound. Gets it to Sands. Badgett going to get ready to check in front of the scorer's table. Sands slips down.
Thank you, Mr. Wicks, for being there.
Loses the ball behind him, and Wicks is right there to grab it.
That was a pass. It was all planned.
Wicks rotates over to the left side, near the sideline, back to top to Sands now. Sands got himself some new kicks. 3-point shot on the way by Wicks off the front of the iron. Rebound was Hill, and Hill puts it up and good. Second chance points for the Lumberjacks. Vander Brown back to the top to Hendricks. Hendricks for the 3 off the back of the iron. And Vander Brown.
Vander's a little sticky on that, but it didn't surprise the ref.
Vander kind of threw Wicks out of the way to get that rebound. The crowd for the Knights don't like the call, but it was pretty obvious. Badgett came in for
Holder. They don't like a lot of calls, I've noticed with them. They're a lot better than they used to be, though.
14-6, Lumberjacks with the lead. been a while since the Knights have, well, no, they just did that, got a bucket with Vander, that's right. Wicks to the corner to Hill, back to Wicks. Wicks to Sands to Badgett. Now they're just moving that ball around, trying to get some penetration.
See, they're patient with the ball, Tim. And
Yeah.
There's the difference. They're not just shooting; they're looking for something.
And now it's more of a zone. Vander's not chasing Sands around. I think Holmes stepped on the out of bounds line.
Out. That's the third turnover.
14-6, Jacks with the lead. 2:10 to go, first quarter. Vander Brown are going to leave a wide berth to him. Let him take that three. It's off the mark. It goes out of bounds. I don't know. I wouldn't let Vander shoot anything uncontested.
Now we're getting a little bit of a press.
Vander Brown in the backcourt. Now he backs out of it. Lumberjacks only have one guy up
press,
there.
That's why.
Over to Badgett, back to Wicks. Over to Sands. Working around the perimeter. Get pass back to Badgett. Now they look inside the Hill. Hill's going to go up strong, get the shot blocked. Three-pointer on the way, no good. Sands with the rebound for the Lumberjacks. Ball loose, though. Going to get a steal, I guess, and a turnover. Three-point shot this time on the way by Hendricks, I think. Oh, no, Brutus to John, side John, and it's up and good. 14-9, and just like that, it's a 5-point lead. You had kind of a look on your face like you thought there might have been a foul on that steal. Sands finds Hill underneath, and Hill puts it up and good. 16-9, Jacks lead. Minute to go. Driving the lane is Charlie from the right side. He puts it up and good for the night. 16-11. Just when you think St. Mary's is taking control, the Knights find themselves right back in it, basically. Back out to Wicks. Up to Sands. Now they look at the free throw line. Opposite side, right side. Badgett. Nice sneaky move. Can't get either shot to fall, though. Got his own rebound. Couldn't get the second attempt to go. And the Knights with the rebound. Lakeside works it around. Back to the top to Brown. I think they almost lost it out of bounds. Vander's going to cut inside.
Put his shoulder in the end, though.
Vander shot no good. Fighting for the rebound, goes out of bounds. Last touch by Lakeside. St. Mary's will keep the possession. 28 seconds left. Wyatt Holmes comes out. Holder checks back in for St. Mary's. I don't think I've seen any substitutions for Lakeside yet.
No, they only go too deep, it seemed like, from last Friday.
Badgett with the ball. Up to Sands. St. Mary's playing for the final shot here. Hill goes up strong again inside. Can't finish. Rebound to the Knights. And holy moly, Grayson Sands trying to, I think, save that ball in after St. Mary's swatted it loose. And he basically, I don't think he hurdled the scorer's table, but he
came close.
I think Coach Two-Teeth had to get out of the way because I think he hurdled his chair. Inbound pass, long three by Charlie, and that is good off the glass from half court. There was an assist there as well. It's 16-14 at the end of the first period, Clark.
Yeah.
We'll be back.
Are you an enthusiastic sports fan? Want to have fun and get in on the action? Heck, yes. That'd be awesome. Have great attention to detail? Want to stay active? Definitely. Want to give back to the student athletes in your community? Obviously, yes. Then you'd make an excellent high school sports official. We need more officials in Idaho, because with no high school officials, there are no high school sports. Sign up today at highschoolofficials.com.
And we are back. The Knights using that bank on that. The bank was open on that three-point shot. Charlie just the right angle from just about half court.
Yeah.
16-14, first half. First quarter looks like this. St. Mary's 42% shooting, Lakeside 55% shooting. And turnovers, 3 apiece. St. Mary's 7 rebounds, Lakeside with 3. Lakeside hasn't had an offensive, well, I think they have, but have they?
I don't think they've actually had an offensive rebound tonight.
Yeah, maybe not. I think they've almost had them, but they've gone out of bounds on them. Taking a look to see who's on the floor for St. Mary's. Make sure I've got the right ones on there, and I do not. Tyler Renner is checked in. Knights will start with possession, going right to left. Brown drives from the left side, guarded by Badgett. Gets double teamed, kicks it out to the corner. 3 on the way by Hendricks. It is good.
I guess he just took the lead.
And the Knights takes the lead. 17-16. Bad pass by Badgett. And then Vander Brown has the ball stripped out of his hand. I think he's arguing maybe a foul. Doesn't get the call.
Well, I'm telling you, he gets away with some stuff, though. I'm watching him put his shoulder into some kid, and there's nothing being called.
Knights will inbound baseline. They lead 17-16. Into the corner, right side. Now to the top to Brown. Brown, back to the top to Charlie. Hendricks, long 3. Or no, Sajan. Ball tipped around, pulled down by Holder. St. Mary's goes back the other way. Wicks. Looks to be more of a man defense, and they're coming out and getting a little bit more in the face of the Lumberjacks. Underneath to
Renner.
Renner from, was that
Holder.
Wicks or Holder? St. Mary's retakes the lead. 2 ties, 2 lead changes. Cy John with the ball up top, gives it to Charlie. Charlie back to Cy John. Now over to Brown. Brown working left side. Works against Badgett, kicks it back to the top. That's Hendricks. Hendricks drives. Floater. Shot won't fall for him. Rebound off of St. Mary's.
There's your offensive rebound.
There's a team rebound for the Knights. Knights will inbound from just next to the Lumberjack bench. Into Charlie. Charlie has Holder on him. Looks to be a man defense from the Lumberjacks. Back to Charlie. Charlie drives the lane. Shot is short. Ball tipped around.
Oh, my
Charlie
goodness.
ends up with the rebound. And Charlie puts it up and good. Lots of contact down there. 19-18. Lakeside back with the lead. Stands with the ball. Works his way to the left side. Again, the Knights look to be in his zone. Sands gets a screen, takes the 3. It won't go. Holder with the rebound.
And he got another rebound, and then he gets fouled.
Yep. Sands with the 3. Holder with the rebound. Holder with a putback. It was no good. Got his own rebound, and then was fouled. Foul goes against Charlie. That is his second. Holder. No free throw stats for him on the season, and he makes the first one. Tie ball game. First time Grayson Sands is. Oh, Grayson didn't come out?
He's coming. Slowly. Or is he? No, he's not.
Hill wasn't in. Who came out down there? I got to figure out who that is. Oh, Wicks.
Yeah, there you go.
Second free throw was no good by Holder. Ball was tipped out of bounds, so I'll give it as a team rebound for the Lumberjacks. 19 all. St. Mary's to inbound. Just from the elbow. Short is Renner on the shot. Rebound goes to the Knights. Lakeside brings it across. St. Mary's backs off in defense. Up to the top to Styjon. He drives the lane. Shot's going to not fall, and it wouldn't matter if it did. It's going to be a charge.
Oh, yeah.
As Holder takes the charge, and it was the number 3 of Styjon getting his first foul.
Yeah.
6th team foul.
It was quite obvious. I don't know what he's complaining about. Because our defender was down there. He was playing cards when he got hit by him. So, you know.
Grayson Sands with the ball, left side, or right side, out to the top to Holder. Holder looks over to Badgett. Badgett drives, gets tripped, going to get a blocking foul. That foul goes against the 22 of Quincy Hall, and it's 1-1.
And that's his second.
Lumberjacks making some substitutions as it's going to be
Renner.
Renner getting a breather. Tristan Hill coming in. Does a good job of trying to keep these guys fresh. He's got enough guys to do it.
Yep. And they both, you're not really missing a beat when one comes in for the other.
Free throw up and good. Front end of the 1-and-1. Lead change number 4. Not a single lead change in the first quarter. Now we've had 4 lead changes and 2 ties.
Because we had a nice lead going in that first quarter.
Second free throw is no good.
And that's Hill over the back.
Give the rebound to the Knights. And Hill draws foul number 2. We're going to get a timeout taken by Lakeside.
Yep.
5:26 to go before halftime. St. Mary's with a narrow lead, 20-19. We'll be back.
Archie's IGA is not only a proud supporter of Lumberjack sports, but a proud supporter of the St. Mary's community and shopping locally. When you shop local, you help businesses support other local businesses, as well as helping your local businesses to provide jobs. Did you know that local business taxes help maintain communities and counties by fixing roads and maintaining recreational facilities? Local business owners invest in the community and have a vested interest in the future of our community. So won't you help Archie's IGA by supporting your local businesses and shop locally? Oh yeah, and let's not forget those lumberjacks.
Janelle Martin Holmes, your Farm Bureau insurance agent in St. Mary's, is a proud Lumberjack supporter because they're her hometown team. When it comes to insurance, that's also one reason so many people in St. Mary's choose Farm Bureau insurance. They have a complete line of insurance products, including auto, home, commercial, and life, plus they have great customer service and competitive rates. And they're also a local company with local agents right here in St. Mary's. So let's hear it for our hometown team. Contact Janelle Martin Holmes, your local Farm Bureau insurance agent in St. Mary's at 105 North 8th Street, St. Mary's.
And during the timeout, the Lumberjacks made a substitution as Tristan Hill came out after that second foul. Seth Swallows checks in for him, and quickly the Lumberjacks get called for a foul.
That was on Badgett.
That's his first foul, or the team's 5th. Lumberjacks on defense up to Vander Brown. Lumberjacks 20, Knights 19. Into the elbow, now back out to the right side. Now they reverse to the left side, switch it up, back to Brown, now back to Cy John. Right corner, back to the wing, back to the left wing. Working the perimeter, St. Mary's zone defense doing pretty good. Knights also being patient. Back up to the top, again to Cy John. Three-pointer was going to be tried to be shot by the 23 of Hendricks.
And Mr. Sands said no.
Call it an offensive rebound. Grayson Sands gets the block. It goes out of bounds. Team rebound for the night. Lakeside will inbound. Up the top to Brown. Now back over to the right side. Back to Brown. Working it to the left side now. Cy John, back to Brown, back to Cy John. Again, the Knights being patient. St. Mary's not coming out really outside of the perimeter to challenge it.
He shuffled those feet.
Turnover Lakeside. That's the only one thing that sometimes happens when you are trying to be too patient. Sometimes it forces one of your guys into a mistake of some sort. St. Mary's will bring it down. Badgett controls it, plays point guard. Takes it over to the left side, picks up his dribble, gets a little bit of a look, thought about a three, decided not to. Gets to Holmes, now back to Sands. Sands on the left side. Brings it to the top. Oh, he was expecting or hoping for Badgett to stay down there, trying to suck the defense over, and it was working, but Badgett moved as well, and it's going to be a turnover on the Lumberjacks.
That's their 5th.
Having things trying to fall off the table here as the Knights work the ball left back to the
Brown on top of the
other
key. It's
side.
over to Cy John at the moment. Back out.
My crowd mic tried to fall down here on this.
Hendricks over to Brown on the right side.
Back to the top. Hendricks, pull up jumper from the free throw line. Good look. Wouldn't fall. Rebound went to Holmes. It's been 2019 for a little while. Get Holder behind the defense, and Grayson Sands finds him, and it's up and in off the glass. 22-19. Hendricks drives. Holmes goes straight up. Thinks he shouldn't have get the foul called on him, but it looks like he's going to. That'll be his second. That'll send the 23 of Liam Hendricks to the charity stripe, where he is a 65% free throw shooter on the season. Lumberjacks with a 3-point lead, so the Knights can't tie it up here. First free throw is up and good. Nice touch. Tyler Renner is checking back in for St. Mary's. Seth Swallows goes out. Next free throw coming for Hendricks. Up. It is off the back of the iron. Missed. Rebound goes to Renner. Badgett has the ball. Going to pull it up. Takes the three straight away. No good. Rebound to Holmes. Ball comes loose and it's going to go out of bounds. Going to have to give
his own leg.
Going to have to give the turnover to Holmes. Going out is the 23 of Hendricks. Checking in, the number 4 of Blaze Callahan. Still 22-20 the second quarter. It's been a 6-6 tie. Hall in the corner, right side, gets it up to Brown. Brown over to John. John's going to get that shot blocked from behind. Ball goes out of bounds, so it'll stay with Lakeside. Holder's going to come out. Checking in for him is Wicks. Knights will inbound from baseline. All the way up to the top to Vander Brown. Brown over to T-John. Back over to Brown. Left side of the floor. Now back to the top of the key. Back over to the right side. Down to the corner, they move it. Still in the hands of the Knights. Callahan has the ball up top. Back over to Brown. Brown drives left side. Kicks it to the corner. Three-pointer on the way by Hall. It is short. It's going to be Badgett with the rebound. Shortest guy out there pulls it down for the Lumberjacks. A couple of tall guys knocked it down, but Wicks, left side, finds Sands open, top of the key. Three-pointer is good. Grayson Sands wide open, gets the assist from Wicks. Wicks was able to find him. Vander Brown drives. Vander Brown called for the charge.
That's his third.
Badgett takes that charge.
Badgett is just a great little defender down there.
Wow, Vander Brown, 3 fouls in the first half. That happened last week.
We saw that last week, but we didn't see the 5-point lead that we have going right now.
Well, and the only other difference is I don't think Vander scored much.
Vander's got himself, it looks like, 4 points.
St. Mary's
pretty neutralized.
St. Mary's got the ball right side, up the top. Wicks to Sands. Sands.
Down to Renner. You didn't see Renner down there.
No, well, I did, but I thought he was trying to get it to Holmes. Holmes ducks the pass. And I thought that's going out of bounds, and Renner was hiding back there. Timeout taken by the Knights. We'll take it too. We'll be back.
Tax time is here again. I know. It's not your favorite. But at H&R Block, tax time is our favorite time of year. It's when our tax pros get to do what they love the most, help people. By getting to know you, they can make sure your return gets done right. It's not just about numbers, boxes, and forms. It's about personal care. So you get every credit and deduction you deserve. And with an average of 10 years experience, our tax pros get your taxes done right. Just one of the many ways Block has your back.
Now we are back. Didn't give you the score before we went to that break. 27-20. St. Mary's had stretched it back out to a 7-point lead. The Lumberjacks' largest lead was 8. And the Knights have been not quiet, but they haven't had a bucket in a while.
Well, and the thing is, their go-to guy is not go-toing it right now. He's had 4 points taken away because of charges.
Seth Swallows checks back in for the Lumberjacks. I think Wyatt Holmes has gone out. I think I've got the lineup correct. The Knights work the ball around the top. St. Mary's still in good zone defense. Going to find John. His shot off the glass and good. I thought there was going to be a whistle coming on that one because of all the contact, but there wasn't. 5-point lead for the Lumberjacks, 27-22. We're at a minute 19. Out to Wicks, left side. Wicks picks up his dribble on the wing. Goes back to the top to Sands. Sands between the circles. Calling for his guys to move a little bit. Gets it over to Badgett. Badgett over to Wicks. Down to Sands. Sands left side. Drives baseline. Shot is blocked
Renner with a rebound, though. A nice crossover move.
And Renner put it up and good.
Yeah, nicely done.
Lumberjacks stretch it to a 7-point lead. Callahan with the ball here, left side. Up to the top to Syjon. Syjon over to Charlie. Charlie works on the right side for the Knights. Back to Callahan. Callahan straight away. Drives lane.
Left his feet. He traveled.
Called for the travel. Holder coming in for the Lumberjacks. And Seth Swallows quickly going out. 29-22, 33 seconds.
For one.
Lumberjacks have the ball. Play for that last shot of the half. Cross court to Wick. Maybe not if Wick gets an open look, but that shot is long. The rebound went
home, and then he got, a Holder.
To Holder, then he got his shot blocked. And what do we get called down
foul
here?
on Sands. I kind of think that was a chippy call.
If it's on Sands, it is his first. 7th team foul, though, so it sends the Knights to the free throw line. Better fouls as far as the Knights, or the Lumberjacks, too. They've only barely got to the bonus. That free throw is short. Team rebound for the Lumberjacks. I don't know if that could be considered a turnover or a team rebound. St. Mary's ball left side, 6 seconds. Sands drives, pulls up, short corner. Oh, that looked like it was going to fall, and it wouldn't. Rebound went to the Knights. The heave at the buzzer. That one's not going to come anywhere close. And St. Mary's enjoys a 7-point lead at the half, 29-22. Not a big lead, but it's a lead. We'll take a break, and we'll come back with some halftime statistics. Any adventure, any task, any time, there's a Yamaha utility ATV for any ride and any rider. See the full lineup at St. Mary's Don Cycle. Adventure seekers can start with the trail-tested capability and comfort of the Yamaha Grizzly lineup. For the ultimate in mid-size ATV performance, check out the Yamaha Kodiak 450. And for those who mix work and pleasure, the Yamaha Kodiak 700 line devours chores and leaves room for adventure. Find your utility ATV at St. Mary's Don Cycle or YamahaMotorsports.com.
You always hear on the radio, cross the bridge to savings. But it's true. St. Mary's Harvest Foods has what you need when you need it. And if you don't see it, then just ask one of the friendly staff and they will gladly help you find what you need. From meat, super fresh produce, and dairy, St. Mary's Harvest Foods will save you big on the things you need the most. No time to cook tonight? Then check out the hot deli for something quick for dinner. St. Mary's Harvest Foods, where you truly can cross the bridge to savings.
Hughes Ace Hardware wants to invite you to come in and take a look. Hughes isn't just about hardware. Whether you need dish soap and sponges to clean up after your husband's guys' night, or storage solutions for your wife's shopping addiction, you can find it at Hughes. Come see the difference. Everything you need, from a blow dryer to replace the one your toddler drops in the toilet, to a bathroom scale to help your hubby stay on his fitness goals. Hughes Ace Hardware is a place to get the products you need and the help you want all the time, every time. Jack Fuel Trucking knows that there are few things as important as wise use of our natural resources. And by utilizing the chips in the manufacturing of lumber, that is exactly what is accomplished. If you look beyond the wood chips, you see an entire community of schools, churches, and businesses, and most importantly, people. Jack Fuel Trucking believes in the responsible harvesting of our natural resources. After all, if you take a close look, those aren't just chips. They're an entire community. Jack Fuel Trucking.
At Good Neighbor Pharmacy, we're committed to being your good neighbor.
Good Neighbor Pharmacy is an independent network of over 3,000 pharmacies throughout the United States, giving us the buying power to compete with the chain stores.
We'll fill your prescription quickly and safely, and you're supporting a locally owned pharmacy.
Your copays are the same wherever you go. Why not come and visit your locally owned pharmacy professionals?
Jack's Pharmacy is your Good Neighbor Pharmacy here in St. Mary's. Come in and say hi. Jack's Pharmacy.
High school sports don't just happen. There's a ton of work that goes into every single athletic event.
And we have our school's athletic director to thank for a lot of it. Thank you.
For scheduling officials, so I can always play the game I love.
For ordering quality athletic equipment so I can stay safe on the field.
For mentoring my coaches so they can be the best role models for me.
For coordinating transportation so I can get focused for the big game.
For helping us develop character and learn lessons that will benefit us for the rest of our lives.
Thank you to our AD for always creating a positive experience for us. We'll never forget it.
From all of us at the NIAAA, thank you to every athletic administrator in Idaho for all you do to enrich the lives of your students. It does not go unnoticed. This message presented by the NIAAA, the National Interscholastic Athletic Administrators Association.
And we are back, and they are doing a deal or no deal type of thing. They can all pick a stocking, and if they want the stocking, they can keep it, or if they don't, they can turn the stocking in, and they can get a envelope that who knows what it has in it.
Well, you don't know what's in the stocking either.
No, you don't. Sometimes that stocking has a big fake, duty in it. So, anyways, I'm going to go ahead and give a quick rundown of team statistics, Clark. You can observe and kind of
okay. I'll have a little fun over here.
What they're doing down there.
I want to know what I don't get to get up.
First half, first quarter scoring, 16-14 in favor of the Lumberjacks. Second quarter scoring, St. Mary's 13-8 after Lakeside gave a little bit of a scare there in the second and came back. We had 4 lead changes and 3 ties in that first half of play, and all those lead changes and ties came in the second quarter. St. Mary's able to stretch that back to a 7-point lead, though, at the end of the first half. Both teams shooting fairly well. The Knights, 44% from the floor. The Lumberjacks, 42% from the floor. 3-point shots for Lakeside, 3 of 9, 33%. St. Mary's, 3 of 10 for 30%. Free throws, Lakeside at just 50%, 3 of 66%, 4 of 6. Rebounds, St. Mary's with 18, Lakeside with 10. The Lumberjacks have done good on the offensive rebounds. 10 offensive boards, just 3 offensive boards for Lakeside. St. Mary's also has 7 second chance points off of those rebounds on the offensive side, where Lakeside, Lakeside for having only 3 offensive boards, they have 4 second chance points, so they've cashed in on 2 of those offensive rebounds. 7 defensive rebounds for Lakeside, 8 defensive for St. Mary's. Lumberjacks have 9 assists already in the first half. Lakeside with 3. Lakeside had 3 steals. St. Mary's had 2. Both teams with 3 blocks apiece. Turnovers, very good by both teams. 5 turnovers for Lakeside, 6 for St. Mary's. Lakeside with 8 fouls. St. Mary's with 7 fouls. I don't know how many points off the bench for Lakeside. Can you tell me that?
Oh, I don't think they have any, to be honest with you. No, their starters the only one.
Okay, St. Mary's with 3 points off the bench. And I already went over second chance points, 7 and 4 for St. Mary's, 7, Lakeside 4. Points off turnovers, St. Mary's done a little bit better off of the 5 turnovers that Lakeside has. St. Mary's has 5 points, so they're averaging 1 point per turnover from Lakeside.
Okay.
And Lakeside only has 3 points off of St. Mary's 6 turnovers. So St. Mary's a little bit better in all the team statistical categories.
Well, what I've got for you here with Lakeside right now is it's Tyson Charlie show. He's got 9 of the 22 points. And our low scorer right now is actually Vander Brown with Quincy Hall with 2 points each. It's balanced, but the thing is, I don't think they're shooting nearly as much as they got in the first game, and that's the defense.
Well, they've got 18 total shots put up. St. Mary's has 26.
Well, there's a difference right there. That's why you can get a score like this.
Individually for St. Mary's, got somebody up at the top of the scoring board right now for leading scoring that it isn't surprising. I should have actually realized it, but Tyler Renner has 12 points.
He played very well tonight.
To go along with 3 rebounds, 1 steal, and 1 block shot.
Dylan looked good at the free throw line, too.
Yeah, he's 2 for 2 from the charity stripe. 5 for 6 from the floor.
There you go.
Dylan Holderson at 6 points tonight with 4 rebounds and an assist. Tristan Hill with 4 points and a rebound. Grayson Sands, he's a low scorer right now, one of the low scorers. Grayson has just 3 points, but he's been working pretty hard with the assists. He has 6 assists, 1 steal, and 2 block shots and 1 rebound. So he's doing things on the opposite side of the floor, on the opposite side of the stats for the Lumberjacks tonight. 3 points for Trace Wicks with 1 assist. Jared Badgett has 1 point. He also has 2 rebounds and 1 assist. So Grayson, I don't think the defense of Lakeside has taken him out of the game. He's just he's 1 for 3 from the field. He's 1 for 2 from three-point range. So he's only shot the ball 5 times. Actually, 1 for 3 from the field. He's only shot the ball 3 times, I do believe. And he's got 3 points off of that. So he's not trying to win this game on his own. The Lumberjacks are actually using the other guys tonight, and that's helped them a lot. And I'm sure Grayson Sands will be ready to step in there and do what he needs to do if he has to. But right now, what's working is working for St. Mary's. They've been able to work it inside to Tyler Renner fairly effectively on the evening. We've got 1:45 to go in the halftime break. Lumberjacks lead it 29-22. We'll be back.
Have you ever noticed that some companies are around for decades and you really don't notice them until you actually see them? Kenneth Bechtel Trucking is one of these. Kenneth Bechtel Trucking has been a fixture at St. Mary's for decades and still is a community-involved business. Take the time to thank these entrepreneurs that quietly make it on their own and make our community all the better for it. Kenneth Bechtel Trucking. Give them a call today at 245-7209. Kenneth Bechtel Trucking, a community staple and lumberjack supporter. Good luck, Jacks.
Afraid to touch that breaker box? Need some rewiring done? Call the professionals at M&S Electric. With nearly 40 years experience, there's no job too big or too small. From industrial and commercial to residential and service work, M&S Electric isn't afraid. Serving Benawa, Shoshone, Kootenai, and Latah counties, M&S Electric has you covered. Overhead work? M&S can do that too with their bucket truck. M&S Electric, 408 Main Avenue, St. Mary's. Give them a call, 208-245-3890. No job too big, no job too small. We do them all. M&S Electric.
And we are back, and the second half getting ready to start. Looks like St. Mary's going to have their starting 5 back on the floor with Sands, Badgett, Holder, Renner, and Hill. Lakeside more likely with their same 5 starters. Have to take over for Clark's duties for a moment. Well, he's actually headed back up here, so we'll see if he gets up here in time. The teams will switch sides. St. Mary's will now go right to left, and the Knights left to right. And St. Mary's will start with the first possession of the second half. And Lumberjacks come into the second half with nobody really in foul trouble. Vander Brown for the Knights, he sits with 3. Last week, though, he had 3 in the first half as well and then was fairly clean through the rest of the game. So it's going to be interesting to see how he fares in the second half and what adjustments Lakeside makes. Holder has the ball for the Lumberjacks. Keeps it in his hands, picks up his dribble between the circles, goes over to Badgett. Badgett to Hill, back over to Badgett, working in the corner on the right side to the top to Holder. Holder thought about a 3, and there's going to be Vander Brown. That wasn't his intentions, obviously. Vander puts his foot down to try to step out in front of Holder with the ball, and he loses his footing, goes to the ground, and Holder trips over him, and Vander is
Well, he just happened to be in the way.
Receptionist of a foul that wasn't one he was wanting to take. That was the 4th foul, and that was just...
And that brings in Blaze Callahan to replace Brown for a little bit.
That was unfortunate. I feel sorry a little bit for Vander on that one. He took a step just to try to get in a defensive position and slipped on something down there, obviously.
I actually think he kind of tripped over his foot a little bit.
Maybe. St. Mary's gets inside, back out to the corner to Holder. Holder for 3. It's up and good.
That was an assist that goes to
Hill.
Yeah.
St. Mary's largest lead of the game, 10. 3-pointer on the way, trying to answer back, and Charlie does for the Lakeside Knights. I don't know if there was an assist there or not. 25-32, Lumberjacks with the lead. Into Renner. Renner goes in strong. Shot is up and good.
He is having a great night.
I know Renner works on his post-up moves a lot in practice. And it's showing down there inside. He's going to get a big block shot.
Boy, Renner is just dominant tonight for these guys.
Rebound goes to Badgett and a foul against Charlie.
That's his second. Lakeside's playing a little out of control right now, Tim.
Well, that pressure, I think, is switched over, and it's earlier in the second half this time than it was in Lakeside. But Lakeside's dealing with a deficit right now, and it's showing that they're a little bit concerned with it. That three-point shot was off the mark by Holder. Rebound goes to the Knights. Charlie is going to drive the lane bad.
And that's the block.
Is it a block?
Yeah, it was on. He called it on
Okay.
Sam.
I was going to say, I thought it was going to be Badgett with the bad decision to try to block that shot from behind, and instead they call it on Sands. That's his second foul. Charlie to the free throw line. 60, he's the one I had no free throw percentages on the season stats for him.
Well, he's 3 for 3 tonight.
Jared Badgett's going to come out. Trace Wicks back into the game for the Lumberjacks. Second free throw for Charlie on the way. It is good as well.
What a nice stroke.
34-27, 7-point lead for the Lumberjacks. No lead is safe when you're playing Lakeside. Wicks to Holder. Holder inside. Now they get some nice ball movement there. And
great ball movement, but there was a foul definitely there.
That foul goes against the 35 of Charlie, I believe.
That's his fourth, yeah.
The number 23, Liam Hendricks, was thinking it was against him, I think, and he was wrong. That'll send Hill to the charity stripe. First free throw is up and good. He's 40% on the season from the free throw line. Knights got some foul trouble now. They got to send in Jarius Moffitt for Charlie. Next free throw is missed. Rebound to the Knights.
That's why you always follow your shot. If Hill had followed that shot, he probably would have had the rebound.
Callahan, high floater, won't fall. Foul called. I think that's going to go against Hill, and it does. That is his third. So now Lumberjacks do have one guy in somewhat foul trouble. I believe he's going to be coming out. Wyatt Holmes will be going in, I believe, for Hill. That sends Callahan to the free throw line. It shows him as a 50% free throw shooter on the season. That one's off the front of the iron, no good. So right now the Knights in a bad spot as two of their top scorers have to be off the floor. And a timeout now taken by Lakeside. 6:25 to go. And Lakeside has a lot of pressure on them at the moment, trailing.
And the thing is St. Mary's has been taking the ball at them. They're not being passive with the ball this game like they were in the first game. They're not relying on the outside shot. They're going into the paint. And that's the adjustment I'm seeing by Coach Chase and what he did from last week to this week.
That's why Renner's leading in scoring.
Oh, that's it. They're letting the bigs do some of the work tonight, and it is really paying off.
Lumberjacks learning something about themselves here in the early parts of the season.
Yeah, and that's the beauty of preseason basketball. You know, it counts, but the thing is you learn from it, and these guys are really figuring out that they have an inside-outside game.
I think they're going to find by the end of the season that this is a fairly well-rounded team. And again, having 8 guys that can score 5-6 points or more per game is pretty big.
And again, part of that helps open up the inside like it does is that they shoot so well outside. But if they start having a poor outside game, teams can clog up the middle, and they're going to dare you to shoot outside. And if you're not shooting well, that could be the Achilles heel.
Callahan goes back to the free throw line after the quick minute. It was a full timeout by Lakeside.
He has one more shot here.
Yeah, missed the first. Second one on the way.
No good.
Lane violation on Lakeside. St. Mary's brings the ball down. No pressure in the backcourt. Grayson Sands brings it across for the Lumberjacks. Sands directing traffic. Goes to Wicks, left side. Wicks works it up to the top, gives it back to Sands. Sands over to Holder. Holder cross court to Wicks. Wicks can't catch and shoot. Now instead they work it inside to Holmes, and Holmes catches it in.
So well done.
And this is where all the assists come from as well.
Oh my! It's a beautiful thing to watch tonight. They're just really moving the ball.
Up to the top to John. Side John to the free throw line. Back out to Callahan. Callahan working against Holmes. Over to the right side to Hall. Hall drives. Nice floater as he elevates in the short corner.
He had to. Renner was right on him.
He puts it up and good. 37-29. Lumberjacks holding on to a lead here. Eight-point lead. That time, bad pass by Holder. Knights get a steal. Holder trying to feed it inside. The Knights deflect it up. By John to Callahan. Callahan called for a travel.
Whatever he wants to call that.
Jared Badgett coming back in for the Lumberjacks.
They're going to press more now because they don't have their ball handlers in. That is, St. Mary's is going to be pressing more now.
Sands brings the ball down. Yeah, they've gone to some of their younger guys due to the foul trouble, I think.
Definitely not getting a lot of playing time, usually.
Holmes back to Sands. Sands for three. That one is short. Holmes with the rebound, though.
They got a foul on, I think it's 33, Moffett? I don't have my glasses on.
23 they call it against. That's Hendrick.
Wow. Okay. Boy, these fans
don't like the call. They get into Renner, and that's the worst miss I've seen from Renner tonight is that one was way wide. The Knights try to save it back, try to get it, and it goes out of bounds off of Lakeside. The bad thing for the Lakeside fans on that side is they can't see it as closely over here.
So be quiet.
Into the corner. Three-pointer on the way by Wicks. Short. Fight for the ball, and the Knights come away with it. Lakeside drive. Shot up. No good. Holmes with the rebound for St. Mary's. Beautiful no-look pass into Renner from Badgett. Badgett was looking at the corner to Wicks, and Renner was left Renner wide open. Shot up by the Knights, no good from the short corner. Rebound going to be picked up by the Knights. Sands almost had it. Lumberjack defense gets out of place. They find number 23, Hendrick, inside for the easy bucket. And it's 39-31, an 8-point lead for St. Mary's. Lumberjacks have led by 10 at 1 point. Back over to Sands. Now it's just kind of been a trading basket somewhat here. St. Mary's
fans are making themselves known.
Badgett with the shot. Whistle. Timeout called by Coach Chase. 3:46 to go, and Lumberjacks take a timeout. We'll take it as well. I don't know how long it was, but we'll be back.
For all your plumbing needs, call Nick's Plumbing and Heating. With Nick's professional staff, you can be assured of guaranteed quality products, installation, service, and repair of all of your plumbing. So if you have plumbing needs or problems, call the good folks at Nick's Plumbing and Heating. Call 245-5460. That's 245-5460. Nick's Plumbing and Heating. Installation, service, and repair when you need it. Nick's Plumbing and Heating, St. Mary's.
When you need that morning pick-me-up before work or school, there's one place that comes to mind. It's a place that loves our community, the St. Mary's Lumberjacks, and all the local businesses and people in our village. Shift and Grind in St. Mary's is all about the community. Whether it's helping raise money for the Booster Club or for a family in need, the Shift and Grind family are always ready to help. So be sure to stop by Shift and Grind for your caffeinated needs. Located at 132 First Street in St. Mary's, Shift and Grind says, go Lumberjack!
And we are back after the Lumberjack timeout. And same five on the floor for the Lumberjacks. Lakeside is behind, and their Knights are not their fans are not too happy about it. They're being very vociferous on their side.
Is that really a word? Renner with an offensive rebound, couldn't get it in, though.
Yeah, we had Wyatt Holmes with an attempt. Renner with an attempt. Rebound the Knights. 39-31. Lakeside trails. Lakeside with the ball, left side. Underneath is Moffett. Loses the handle, gets out to Callahan. Callahan short on his jump shot. Rebound, I'm guessing is the Badgett because he has it in his hand, or was it Renner?
He had the rebound.
Over to Holmes, who's underneath all alone, but gets this not all alone
necessarily. He was underneath the rim too much to make that shot.
He was also partially blocked. Lakeside the other way. It's a drive by Steve Syjon, and it won't go, but he'll be fouled. Oh, who was that foul against? It's the second one for Renner. Lumberjacks going to make a substitution here in a moment. First free throw is up.
And out. They're not doing well at the free throw line except for Charlie. And he's not in there.
A couple of Lumberjacks came out, actually. Renner went out. Seen Sands come out, I think, for the first time. Not sure who checked in for him. Badgett is in there.
And it looks like Wick.
Holder. First free throw was no good, right?
First free throw was no good.
Second free throw was good. 39-32, back to a 7-point lead for St. Mary's. Knights, without their top guys out there, are still right in the thick of this game. It's been a 10-10 third quarter, so it's not like St. Mary's has stretched out their lead by any means. Badgett, free throw line. Over to Wicks. Wicks is going to try the three. It is off the back of the iron.
Good job there. That was Seth Swallows.
Yeah, Swallows gets in there and ties that ball up. And again, I think the Knights crowd wanting a foul call.
They're wanting everything, and this is so far away from them. I just don't get it.
Both players grabbed that ball at the same time, and it was an obvious jump ball. Knights have it.
Which makes you a little more biased, I guess.
Little foul there against St. Mary's, I think, and that's Seth Swallows. First foul. 4 team fouls for both teams in the second half. As far as turnovers are concerned, I think there hasn't been a whole lot in the second half.
Well, so far there's a total of 7, so there's 1 this half by St. Mary's.
Lakeside will inbound. Back to the right wing. Down to the corner. 3 shot on the way. It's long, and the rebound goes to Holder. Swallows gets out there and puts pressure on that shot. Wicks tries to feed it inside. Ball is going to be lost by the Lumberjacks out of bounds. Turnover, I'm going to give it on Wicks. Holder, or Badgett, and Swallows comes out. Renner, Sands back into the game. Driving is Callahan to the top. Wide open three. It's in and out. Holmes with the big rebound. Coming over the back is Lakeside, number 33, Jarius Moffitt. I said that was Holmes with the rebound, right?
Mm-hmm.
39-32 still the score. And even though the Knights still have a pretty stinking good defense, as like I said, without the Knights, some of their top guys out there, St. Mary's hasn't been able to stretch the lead at all. Down to Wicks. Wicks again from the corner for 3. Can he make this one? No. Wicks has not found the spot tonight. Rebound to Lakeside, and then Lakeside throws it away. So Wicks is one of those kids that I'm really surprised I haven't seen him do very well from outside this season. He's usually a big-time threat from shooting from outside.
You know what I find about Wicks, though, he's much more, he's a great defender, and there's a turnover.
Sands loses the ball. 39-32, St. Mary's giving the Knights all the opportunities in the world to get back into this, and there's a big help for them is it's a big 3 by Hendricks from the left side. Cuts the lead to 4, 39-35. St. Mary's needs to answer back. They're seeing their 8-point, 10-point lead go away from them now. We know Vander Brown and Charlie's going to be back in that fourth quarter. And another bad pass by St. Mary. Well, I'm not going to count it as a turnover because they turned it right back over to us. So St. Mary's was using the Knights as an assist. There's what we want to see from Grayson Sands late in this thing as he penetrates and puts the nice fingertip layup in. Lakeside the other way. Callahan up top gets it to Sajan. Sajan made that last 3, I think. Don't want to leave him open. He's going to look to penetrate. Gets stood up. I thought he took an extra step, though. No good on the shot. Grayson Sands going for the rebound. He gets tripped up and a foul called on Lakeside.
It's an obvious foul.
Lakeside doesn't like the call. 41-35. St. Mary's lead is 6. 21 seconds. Sands needs to get it across that timeline. He's just toying with it. 14 seconds. Over to Holder. Holder back to Sands. Sands picks up his dribble, goes over to Holder, back to Sands. Sands going to drive to the free throw line. Nice floater, won't go. Are they going to count the bucket, or is he going to? They're waving it off.
It probably was.
It was very close, but I can accept that as a. I still give Wixon a rebound because he did get it before the buzzer. He just couldn't put it back up. 41-35, Jack's lead going into the fourth quarter. And it's going to be a barn burner, I guarantee it, so don't go nowhere. We're going to take a quick break, though.
Looking for future leaders we can believe in? Look no further than the high school student athletes right here in Idaho. High school sports teach young people how to be effective leaders. It includes learning to listen, accepting responsibility, being a good role model, and it's about respect. The result, it transcends sports. It gives us hope for the future. This message presented by the Idaho High School Activities Association and the Idaho Athletic Administrators Association.
And we are back as we are getting ready to start the fourth quarter. St. Mary's leads by 6, 41-35. And St. Mary's shooting percentage down to 37% here in the second half. 46% for Lakeside. St. Mary's had 40 shots, Lakeside 26 shots.
Tim, they're not penetrating as much in the third quarter as they did the first half.
I have 9 turnovers for St. Mary's, 7 for Lakeside.
And let's give Lakeside the credit. They put in a zone and they were putting away any possibilities of trying to penetrate at that point.
Lumberjacks start with possession. Tristan Hill on the floor. Grayson Sands. Badgett. Looks like Seth Swallows out there to start this quarter. And Trace Wick. Sands with the ball, going to pull up for the 3. It's off the mark. And a nice rebound by... It was a nice rebound by Swallows, but did he get charged for a travel there?
He did.
Took an extra hot before he could get rid of it.
He just didn't have complete control. I think he kind of got a little push, but it wasn't anything that was a foul. Just somebody bumped him.
Vander Brown back on the floor. They don't have Charlie in there yet. Nice ball movement there by the Knights.
Telling you, that's not what you want to see.
John finds Moffitt underneath. 41-37. St. Mary's was outscored 13-10 in the third. Badgett with a head fake. Now underneath to Hill. And timeout taken by Coach Chase. For St. Mary's in that third quarter, one thing they didn't really try to do, I don't know if Lakeside was taking it away, but you kind of mentioned it, I don't think we got as much inside penetration in the third quarter.
They lost their identity in the third quarter, Ken, and part of it was the zone that Lakeside put in. It doesn't make it as easy, but I don't think they were looking for the big guy down below as much as they were in that first half.
I think they were looking to try to get a lead, stretch that lead out by getting, maybe hopefully catching up and fire from outside, and it just didn't happen.
If this thing is still within, 6 to 10 points, and when there's about 4 minutes left, I'm bringing in Brown, if not sooner, along with Charlie.
Neither team, actually, Lakeside is 5 of 13 from three-point range. That's 38%. That's a good number from outside. St. Mary's is 23%, 4 of 17.
See, they're still not shooting really well outside tonight.
Looks like Seth Swallow's journey in there for the start of the fourth was short-lived.
He's given a spell, but Seth, when he's in there, he's a big body, and he is he's a ball finder. That's a great thing to have.
Trace Wicks replaces him on the floor. Lumberjacks will inbound. Oh, looking to try to get it to Holder.
Tim is playing sloppy right now.
Turnover on Holder.
That's the 10th turnover.
10th or 11th. I thought you had 9 already at the end of the fourth, but you only showed 10 there, so. 41-37, Lakeside smelling an opportunity here. St. Mary's is getting a little bit sloppy with the ball. Lakeside works it right side, drives, tries to go underneath. They get sloppy themselves and turn it over. Going to call it a steal for Holder as he steps in front of it. Sands looking for an opening. Drive. Shot is up. Won't fall.
Cannot buy a basket.
Who's that foul on? This is on Lakeside, isn't it?
Yeah, it is. I didn't see who they called it on. So we'll see in just a second here.
Looks like it's 22.
That's Hall's third.
Quincy Hall. 1 and 1 for, or is it a loose ball, or is it, no, it should be, yeah, it's 1 and 1. Sends Tristan Hill to the free throw line.
Why did the referee walk off?
The referee has left the chat.
They've gone to two-man mechanics here for a moment. That's interesting.
Front end of the 1 and 1 is going to fall through for Hill. St. Mary's has an opportunity here if they can shoot their free throws with Lakeside now into the bonus. But they definitely can't shoot 40% from the charity stripe. And that one rolls over. I was not sure that one was going to get the spin it needed to fall over.
Hill's had some interesting free throws.
Callahan.
He's going to hit the rims a lot of times here.
Callahan left side. Back up to the top to Hall. Back over to Callahan. Callahan for three. Oh, nice shot by Callahan. 43-40, and it's a three-point ball game just like that. Hand it off to Sands. Sands up top. No look over to Badgett. Badgett drives, gets stood up. Double team, travel called on Badgett. .23 of Liam Hendricks ends up on his back at the free throw line. I don't know what happened there, but St. Mary's putting some pressure in the backcourt now. Vander Brown is off the floor again. Kind of surprising.
He's still coaching over there with his coach. He's been really encouraging his teammates.
Well, their backup guys have been doing a good job keeping this game close.
We're helping it a little bit by the way we have been playing in this half.
Yeah.
I'm not impressed with how we've been playing this half.
Callahan has the ball.
And
nice.
neither is Coach Chase.
Working it around. Blocking foul on St. Mary's. Looks like it's going to go against Sands.
Shot.
Yeah. They're driving baseline. Sands picks up
third,
foul number 3. Sands is, no, Badgett's going to go out. First substitution of the fourth quarter for the Lumberjacks. Going to give Callahan another open look at 3.
And we got it. We're tied, 43.
Tie ball game again.
This is not good, Tim.
Sands with the ball. Looks to the corner to Holder. Holder for 3. He's going to miss the 3. Rebound goes to Hill. Count the bucket to foul. Hill will go to the free throw line.
Hill has been a difference. It's the bigs that have been the main thing tonight. It's not our little lightning bug.
No lead change. Now they haven't.
Well, they haven't. Now it has. It's up there, 45-43.
Not a lead change.
No, but just breaking the tie.
Missed free throw. Rebound to Lakeside. Can't miss the free throws, guys. Games like this, free throws make the difference. I think they've seen they can't give Callahan any open looks from outside. Lakeside working the right side of the floor. Back to the top. Tyjon going to lose the ball. Give a steal to Sands. And I think Sands is fouled going to the lane, going to the bucket.
That's on Callahan, isn't it? I believe it was.
That will go against Callahan.
I mean, even the obvious are complaining.
Sands' first time to the stripe, I believe,
and
tonight.
Look who's coming into the game.
Sands makes the first free throw. Vander Brown checks back in.
As has Charlie.
As does Charlie.
Brown just gave Callahan a hug, saying, way to go, keeping us in it, buddy.
Wicks and Hill out. Holmes. Oh, who came in? Holmes and Badgett. Next free throw is up and good.
4-point lead, 4:50 left in the game.
47-43, a lot lower scoring game than the last one, too.
Well, and it's sloppy play partly, Tim.
Lakeside flips it to the left side of the floor. Vander Brown has it. Looks up to Ty John. He's into the free throw line.
He traveled, but they didn't see it.
Somebody, Badgett tried to come from behind.
He
and
did a reach.
The foul called. That'll send Ty John to the free throw line. On the season, he's only 44%.
Go for one tonight.
Made the first one. 47-44. (45-44, 47). Both free throws made. 4.5 to go. St. Mary's with the ball. Lakeside strategy was to keep since their other guys were keeping them in it, they kept their 4 foul guys. That's definitely a foul. They kept their 4 foul guys out until the last minute. I think that foul, Charlie was in there. Who was that again?
That was on Moffitt, number 33.
That's
his second foul. 10th, we're double bonus from now on.
Renner to the stripe. Makes the first.
Renner's was really good at the line tonight, too.
I didn't hear as many boos from the Knights on that foul.
Well, they're saving it for later.
That free throw is no good. Rebound to Lakeside. 3-point lead for St. Mary's. Charlie has the ball over to the corner to Brown. Back up to Charlie. Give him too much space. 3-pointer on the way, no good. Rebound pulled out by Sands. Sands drives underneath.
Control.
Couldn't get the shot to fall. Rebound tonight. And there's a... Oh!
Oh, no.
I thought Renner got set in plenty of time. They're calling the blocking foul on Renner, and the Knights were happy with that call. The Knights fans.
Oh, my.
I thought he got slid in there more and set in more than enough time, but Brown's free throw no good. Lakeside fans came off their seats for the call to go in the favor of them that time. Second free throw no good. Rebound to Renner.
Served, I guess.
Renner showed his displeasure with the call, with how forcefully he took that rebound down, too. 48-45 still the score. Knights putting a little bit more pressure out on St. Mary's outside the three-point line now. Holder with the ball. Into Renner. Renner travels.
Oh.
Holder comes out for St. Mary's.
Let's put a little press on. We'll see how that goes.
Wicks checks back in.
Just keeping it away from Brown is what they were trying to do to get it brought up. Charlie has to bring it up instead.
Tristan Hill going to bring it in, or going to come in a moment. Charlie working the ball, gets it out to Cy John, out of the corner to and an offensive foul the other way. Coaching staff isn't happy with it. Crowd isn't happy with it for Lakeside. I didn't 100% see what happened. That foul goes against Brutus Syjon. Lumberjack substitution as Hill comes back in. What do we got there? A turnover on St. Mary's?
Yep.
Who was that on?
Well, on the throw in, but I guess you could be giving it to Wicks.
So still a 3-point game, 48-45. Callahan with the ball. Drive. Blocking foul by St. Mary's. Who's
That's
that going
Holmes,
against?
I think.
Third foul on Holmes. Knights will go to the free throw line.
All of a sudden, we're seeing a lot of
the whistles are coming out
and influencing the game more than you want it to.
Free throw made by Callahan. 2-point game, 48-46. Callahan 50% on the season from the charity stripe. This is not his first time at the free throw line either.
No, this is his third time tonight. I mean, that was his third free throw shot. And that should be a violation on Lakeside.
Ref's talking it over. They're calling it both.
Now, Lakeside was clearly in there before anything happened, and that should have been where the call goes.
Instead, they just say everybody was in the middle at the same time. That's
offsetting penalties.
That's just the way they do it when they can't make up their decision, I guess.
They are just all of a sudden part of this game.
Free throw no good. Rebound goes to Holder. Stands. Right side. Defense comes out on him. Got a little trap at midcourt maybe. Now up to Hill, right back to Stan. Offense runs through Grayson most of the time. Grayson now has the ball once again. Vander Brown on him, picks up his dribble. St. Mary's just, I don't think it's necessarily a stall, but they are just slowing things down.
Yeah,
right
well,
now.
they've not been in sync offensively in this half at all.
Pass is bad, but St. Mary's able to luckily hold on to it, still lose. Coach Chase wanting the timeout. Are we going to get it, or are they going to call the jump ball? They're going to call the jump ball. Coach Chase was asking for that timeout well before the jump ball, but the official wasn't looking at him. Holmes comes out.
These guys, what happened to our third officials?
Are we still only two man?
And yeah, we're still two man, and Chase is not happy.
Who knew that the last 4 minutes of the game would be the most exciting, crazy,
well, these
sloppy?
Two, my hand is up. I mean, it's close, it's competitive. However,
Charlie with the ball tries to penetrate.
Travel, but oh my goodness, yeah, it was off us.
Was it off us?
Yeah, but man, now I'm getting into this a little too much.
Knights will inbound from baseline. 2-point lead for St. Mary's, 48-46. Lakeside into the top. Padgett almost gets the steal. Charlie spins. Shot is up and good, and we got a tie ball game once again. Timeout taken by Coach Chase. He wants it now, and he's going to get it finally. 2 minutes to go, folks. Tied up, 48 all. What a ball game it has been, and this last quarter has been a little bit of everything. Some sloppiness by both sides, a little bit of ref influence, a little bit of...
It's been sloppy, though, Tim. Just call it for what it really is tonight.
Lakeside has outscored St. Mary's 13-7 here in the fourth. Five ties, 4 lead changes. And somehow Vander Brown has not pulled a fifth foul yet. He's been playing really clean.
Well, he should have had that charge earlier.
True.
Running into Renner.
St. Mary's after the timeout. Knights thought they were going to show back court pressure and then decided not to.
Right now, they don't really need to. The offense is just not executing very well in this half.
Stands to Holder. Looking inside to Renner.
He just sends something down below.
Renner puts it up and good. St. Mary's gets back in front, 50-48. Lakeside hasn't had a lead since the second quarter. Driving is Charlie. Shot is up and good. St. Mary's just trying not to foul down there. Lakeside, St. Mary's stands with the ball. Back to Renner. Back over to Stan. Stan's going to trigger the three. It's nothing but net. 53-50. Lumberjacks with a little bit of a breathing room. It's a three-point shot on the way. It is off the mark. Badgett skies for the rebound. It's knocked out of bounds. Last touch by the night.
By Brown.
St. Mary's with the three-point advantage, under a minute to go. Backcourt pressure. Holder gets across the timeline. Woo, that was close. Nope, it was. His feet were...
That was just a bonehead play. I'm sorry to say that.
His feet were on the line.
That was just not smart.
No.
I'm sorry.
No court awareness on that one by, I think it was Holder that handed it off to him. Timeout now taken by Lakeside.
Oh, Tim, St. Mary's has tried to give this game away a couple of times. And I don't have a lot to say except that I'm just Lakeside bench came in, and they're not going to have a lot of points and statistics that are going to say anything. That they've kept themselves in this game.
Yeah.
On the defensive end, and the fact that St. Mary's has been kind of playing around with the ball a little bit foolishly.
See if I can pull this up. I know you've got a mark down there, but let's see what we've got.
I think there's 13 or 14, Tim.
I have 15 turnovers for
I'll
St.
go
Mary's.
with that. I could have missed it when I
Lakeside
was
with just 9. The positive side of it is that Lakeside's only had 8 points off the turnovers, and that's what's helped St. Mary's.
Well, take those 8 points out of the equation, or just half of that out of the equation.
Yeah.
We're not talking about this right now.
St. Mary's still only has 5 points off Lakeside turnovers. Lakeside with 9. And St. Mary's still below 40% shooting in the second half.
That's been the story to me. They've gone cold in the shooting. Part of it is, let's give the credit to the defense Lakeside in the second half.
Same 5 on the floor for the Lumberjacks after the timeout. 37 seconds on the clock. Can Lakeside tie it? They need a 3 or a 2 and a foul, one or the other. St. Mary's at least has that advantage of having a 3-point lead instead of 2. Cy John with the ball up top for Lakeside as they work the ball around the perimeter. Over to Charlie. Charlie left side. He's going to drive. Puts the shot up. Won't fall. Rebound goes to, I'm going to give it to Holder. And we're going to get a foul. I don't think he wanted the foul, but they're going to call it. I didn't think he made contact. I thought he pulled away when Sands went around him. I think he was trying to avoid fouling him.
Mm-hmm. I don't know. It's hard to say on that point. But anyway, so that was on Saijan?
No, it was Callahan.
He said. That is his second.
Sands with
double bonus.
Sands with a chance here to
pretty much ice it.
Ice it a little bit here. Short.
Oh my goodness! See, he misses this one. You never know what's going to happen with 12 seconds.
Exactly. So you foul Lakeside if they get the rebound. You send them to the free throw line.
I wouldn't. No. I would make it very difficult to get up the court. That helps.
Second free throw good. 4-point lead. Charlie drives all the way down. Kicks it to the corner. 3 on the way. It is off the mark. Rebound to Wick.
Oh my goodness. That was unnecessary.
I didn't see Wicks in the game.
Charlie came right over and just basically put a block on him.
St. Mary's looking for a technical or a flagrant or something, and I don't know if they're getting it.
They're not getting it.
Puts Wicks to the free throw line. That's the 5th foul on Charlie, so he'll foul out of the game.
So that's just wrong. I'm sorry. If they want to influence the game at 54-50 with a second and a half, yeah, the refs could do that.
Wicks 66% free throw shooter, so he's definitely not the one you want to foul. And Lakeside, I think, took a timeout.
No,
Coach Chase.
Chase called the timeout. He's got a little retribution, I think, coming here.
That's kind of funny or interesting for Coach Chase to want to take a timeout with 1.6 seconds on the clock.
Well, I just lost all my respect for what I just saw there with Mr. Charlie.
55-50 the score. Ref talking to Wicks. I don't know what he's. I don't know, but yeah, I didn't see it happen. But as far as I seen Wicks go flying across the floor, I felt it had to have been overly aggressive.
Well, he didn't even go for the ball.
Both free throws good by Wicks. Lob at the buzzer, and it's no good, and that's the game. Lumberjacks split the series this year with the Knights, 56-50. We'll take a break and come back with our post-game wrap-up.
It's time to winterize your home, and there's no better place to start than in everyone's hardware and lumber store, 10th Street Lumber. They have insulation, house wraps, stoves, and heaters. See their huge selection of power tools, paints, and painting supplies. And, of course, they have a full line of lumber supplies. Stop by 10th Street Lumber and see what they can do for you. And remember, 10th Street Lumber will deliver anywhere on 10th Street and Railroad Avenue, 10th Street Lumber.
Wondering how to manage your retirement nest egg? How big should it be when you retire? Contact Jenny Oaks at Gateway Financial Partners to get the answers to these and all your other financial questions. The securities and advisory services offered through LPL Financial, a registered investment advisor. Member FINRA SIPC. With over 30 years of financial planning, give Jenny Oaks a call at Gateway Financial Partners today. The guidance is free. The experience is priceless. Call 245-5255. Triple X Feeds in St. Mary's is your one-stop farm and garden shop. Everything from pet supplies to livestock feeds and supplies, Triple X Feeds has it. Horse supplies, they have that also. From saddle pads to bridles, Triple X Feeds can set you up. Triple X Feeds now has hay and alfalfa in stock as well as straw. Triple X Feeds, located at 130 East College Avenue in St. Mary's, open 8 to 5:30 weekdays and 9 to 5 on Saturdays. Triple X Feeds, a proud Lumberjack sports broadcast sponsor.
St. Mary's Realty is a St. Mary's icon. Why? Because they are a team. They work for you. And they've been a team for many years. Whether you are buying your first home, looking for a recreational cabin, or selling your current home, St. Mary's Realty puts their team on it for you. So stop in or give them a call today at 245-4502 and let their team be your team. That's St. Mary's Realty at 726 Main Avenue, St. Mary's.
Financial investments are very important, but so are the investments of time, patience, and encouragement our young athletes receive from their coaches, teachers, and mentors. Heidi Kruger, your St. Mary's Edward Jones financial advisor, understands this. That's why Heidi Kruger is a proud sponsor of the Lumberjacks on KOFE. For all your investment needs, call 208-755-5294 or visit edwardjones.com. Edward Jones, member SIPC. Tim Parrish, Clark Grogan back here at Lumberjack Gymnasium. St. Mary's weathers the storm, comes away with a 56-50 win over Lakeside. 6 ties, 4 lead changes in the contest. And a combination of some pretty good defense, really, by Lakeside's bench players that had to come in because of foul trouble, and some sloppiness by St. Mary's in that second half is really kind of what kept Lakeside in that. But overall, it was a fun and interesting, exciting, all the above game to watch.
Well, it was competitive. I really think St. Mary's should have blown these kids out of the gym tonight, though.
The Knights were 17-37 for 45% shooting. St. Mary's 19-48 for 39%. Three-point shooting, Lakeside 7 of 18, 38%. St. Mary's 5 of 19, 26%. Free throws saved St. Mary's bacon tonight, Clark. 9 of 17 for 52% was Lakeside.
I'm surprised at that.
St. Mary's 13 of 19 for 68%.
Yeah, and the kids were making some very timely free throws. I'll give them that.
36 rebounds for St. Mary's, 20 rebounds for Lakeside. And here's another number that could have helped St. Mary's if they would have capitalized more on it. 17 offensive rebounds, but only 9 second chance points.
Yeah, that was a problem right there.
Lakeside had just 4 offensive rebounds, but they had 6 second chance points off of those rebounds. Let's see here. Assists, St. Mary's with 14, 4 steals apiece, 15 turnovers for St. Mary's, 9 for Lakeside. Again, that helped St. Mary's as far as Lakeside not scoring off of St. Mary's turnovers, as there was only 8 points for Lakeside, and St. Mary's with 5 points off of Lakeside's 9 turnovers.
Yeah.
7 bench points for St. Mary's, so not bad. What about, did Lakeside end up with some bench?
Well, yeah,
help?
The bench came in and did something for them. Lace Callahan came and gave him 7 points in the second half, and Moffitt gave 2. But Moffitt was just kind of a physical defensive prowess down there in the key. You got to give him credit for that.
You want to go ahead and give the
I'll
other
just give you everything I've got tonight. And,
individuals for them?
Tyson Charlie scored 9 points in the first half and did it again in the second half, even within foul trouble.
And he didn't play much in the second half.
He did not play very much at all in the second half. The real interesting stat, besides Liam Hendricks scoring 9 for Lakeside, is Vander Brown with only 4 points.
That helped.
It makes a world of difference. But I do think this will be of benefit to Lakeside, and knowing that they've got some stuff they can do by coming off the bench if they have to.
Yeah, their bench gave them quality time.
And Coach Two Teeth can have a little more confidence in playing these kids in the future.
So for the Lumberjacks, Tyler Renner only with 7 points in the second half. He had 19 total with 5 rebounds, 1 assist, 1 steal, and 2 blocked shots. Grayson Sands comes up with 11 points. Grayson had a good night, though. First half, he didn't have that many points, but he finishes with 11 points, 3 rebounds, 6 assists, 2 steals, and 2 blocked shots. Dylan Holder had 9 points tonight with 7 rebounds, 2 assists, and a steal. Tristan Hill had 9 points with 2 rebounds and an assist. 5 points for Trace Wicks, who had 2 rebounds and 2 assists. 2 points for Wyatt Holmes. Holmes pulled down 6 rebounds for the Lumberjacks. Badgett had 1 point, 5 rebounds, 2 assists for him. Seth Swallows got a little bit of time on the floor. He had 1 rebound, and that was all he was able to total up for his stats for tonight. So Lumberjacks now have a bit of a break before their next matchup, and I'm going to take a quick break, and then we'll come back. I'll give you that upcoming schedule.
Riverbend Car Wash and Laundromat, located next to Harvest Foods in St. Mary's. Open 24 hours, we have washers and dryers of all sizes to get your laundry done quickly. If you'd like to get your laundry done in less than 5 minutes, take advantage of our drop-off laundry service where we wash, dry, and fold it for you. While you do your laundry, be sure to take advantage of our touchless automatic car wash, which has that great undercarriage spray to get the grime off. Riverbend Car Wash and Laundromat can be found at riverbendbubbles.com or call 208-582-4844.
When your car's not running right, you want an honest mechanic that provides quality work at an affordable price. That can be tough, unless your dad owns a repair shop. But in St. Mary's, times have changed. You have Jim's Auto, and they treat every customer like family. Get everything from regular maintenance to major repairs done at Jim's Auto and Tire Pros. Jim's Auto doesn't just offer oil changes. They're a full-service shop. Jim's Auto can diagnose that check engine light, change your brakes, and fix your alignment. Ask about Jim's Auto's new Express Lane with same-day or next-day oil and tire services. And don't forget, Jim's Auto is an authorized Tire Pros dealer with nationwide warranty, service protection plan, and free roadside assistance. Jim's Auto and Tire Pros located at 69 Milwaukee Road, St. Mary's.
The holiday season is coming quick. Start your holiday shopping today at Timber Country and the Country Fair in St. Mary's. Timber Country is loaded with deals on hunting clothes, workwear, and much more, including brands like Carhartt. Over at the Country Fair, they have great deals on fall fashion, clothes for all ages, and lots of toys priced for the holiday season. That's Timber Country and the Country Fair located on Main Street in St. Mary's, your one-stop shop for holiday cheer. And remember, support your local businesses.
Now we are back. Give you a quick schedule update for the Lumberjacks. There is some action over the holiday break. On the 21st of this month, the Central Idaho League Wrestling Duels will take place here at Lumberjack Gymnasium. And then on the 30th, the Chad E. Ross Wrestling Tournament will take place here at Lumberjack Gymnasium. And then after the break, they're going to have the Lumberjack boys hosting Priest River on the 3rd. On the 4th, the girls will host Potlatch. And then on the 6th, the boys and girls will be on the road with the girls at Orofino and the boys at Bonners Ferry. Once again, Lumberjacks, both varsity and JV, get the wins tonight. Lumberjack varsity by a score of 56-50 over the Lakeside Knights. We should have some college ball tomorrow. I don't remember who it's going to be, Gonzaga or Idaho Vandals, of course, but we will have it on the air. And that's going to wrap it up for us here from Lumberjack Gymnasium. We hope you enjoyed it. Have a great evening. We'll see you back here next time.
You've been listening to another production of Lumberjack Sports on KOFE 1240 St. Mary's, your Lumberjack Sports Network. We thank you for tuning in and hope you enjoyed the broadcast. We also want to thank our Lumberjack Sports broadcast sponsors and hope you'll do the same. Without them, these broadcasts wouldn't be possible. Until next time, same as always, go Lumberjack!